drama in the points race, but it's close enough when you get down there to the cutoff line that I could see two drivers below the line making it in and two above it falling out.
I would until I saw what happened at Bristol to Justin Allgaier. I thought, no way he loses the regular season championship with that kind of lead over Cole Custer. So it was a reminder, if you have a problem early, or if you have a problem that drops you down where you finish next to last or last, you are going to lose a huge amount of points and could be in trouble no matter who you are and how much above the cut line you are right now.
Or you could see a strategy by somebody, say like Jesse Love or Sheldon Creed, who are comfortable, 32 points above 20. Find a place out there in line and just kind of ride it out and don't give somebody the opportunity to ruin your day.
Just make it a nice Saturday afternoon drive in the country, on the road, bright sunshine. Just take it easy. You're absolutely right, Doug. Those guys just need to find a place to ride. If they can sneak some points out of stage one to make it a little easier, that might be a thing too.
Coming up on the command to start engines and the pre-race ceremonies from North Carolina. If this broadcast can bring you a little bit of fun today and some entertainment, we are glad to do that because we know what you're feeling and we appreciate the NASCAR community reaching out to bring comfort to so many different people as we are here on a beautiful sun-filled day in Concord, North Carolina. Tomorrow, if you want to make your way in, the weather is going to be absolutely excellent and you can catch the Bank of America Roval 400. Let's go trackside now and get it started here at the Roval.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as you are able, remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as York Comprehensive High School Navy Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors.
Just remove your hats, guys. I'll move this back a little bit.
Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome President and Senior Chaplain at Motor Racing Outreach, Billy Malden.
Heavenly Father, as we rise up today to recognize your presence in our lives, we do so, Father, with a race that has special memory. Father, today's race is about recognizing those that have survived breast cancer, Lord, and to encourage others to watch out and care for themselves. Lord, for all those that are here, represent them today, Lord, we just give you thanks for them and pray your blessings upon their day. Lord, as always, be with the men and women of our armed forces who are guarding and watching over and protecting our freedoms today. Lord, as well as all the drivers, teams, officials, Lord, keep everybody safe, Lord. Bless all these fans with a great day of racing. May your peace and presence surround us all. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen, guys.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome winner of the Charlotte Motor Speedway National Anthem Contest, Logan Belmont.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, guys.
That finishes up today's pre-race show. We'll be back to race on the Roval.
All right, guys. Starting lineup today is SVG, Sam Mayer, AJ Allmendinger, Josh Belishi, Sheldon Creed is 5, Austin Hill is 6, Chandler Smith 7, Jesse Love is 8, Justin Allgaier is 9, Connor Mozak is 10, Anthony Alfredo is 11, ladies and gentlemen. Alfredo Pasta. Riley Hurst is 12th. Eric Almora is 13th. Cole Custer is 14th. Brandon Jones is 15th. Sammy Smith, 16th. Austin Green, 17th. Ed Jones is 18th. Alex Labe is 19th. Parker Retzavoff is 20th. I'm terrible at names. I'm sorry, guys. 21st is Jeremy Clements. Parker Kligerman is 22nd. Josh Williams, 23rd. Brendan Poole is 24th. Ryan Sieg, 25. 26 is Matt Benedy. I'm terrible at names. Jeb Burton's 27. Sage Karma is 28. Preston Pars is 29th. 30th is Ryan Ellis. Brad Perez is 31st. Here is the list here. Thomas is 32nd. Leland Honeyman is 33rd. 34th is Blaine Perkins. Kyle Sieg, 35. Dylan Lupton, 36th. 37th, Dawson Cram. And 38 is Nathan Bird, guys. That is our starting lineup today. The race is getting ready to start. As you can see, guys, we have our new layout today. So don't forget, guys, I need you guys to click that like button on this stream. Let's spread this out to more and more people. I need your help on that, ladies and gentlemen. That's the big way you can help this channel, is by clicking that like button, getting this out to more and more people. Let's see here. All right, this is actually on, I'm on YouTube TV. This is on the CW. So if you guys want to watch this race and comment along with this here, if you have YouTube TV, this is on the CW. I'm not sure any other way to get it. Now, if you do, guys, if you want car cams and stuff like that, you can get the NASCAR app, and it has some options to get car cams, battle cams, and it's actually the in-car cams that they have. You can go on the NASCAR website and click on race day, and you can, if you don't have TV to get it, you can at least go to NASCAR's website to get a lot of in-car stuff that's free. I used to show it on the channel, but NASCAR didn't like me doing that, so I've stopped doing that here. Hope everybody is having an amazing day today, guys. This race is getting ready to start off here with us, so I need your help on smashing those likes. They're getting ready to get started here. You guys like this new layout? Above us up here, we have the track. It's in Charlotte Motor Speedway track.
Hairpin turns 7.
Somebody's going to try to punt somebody a little bit. If they do that, great. But the problem is they're going to have to make a hard
looks like we're having a little
left-hand
bit of
corner,
latency
which gives
here.
this person
I'm checking
the full
on my
chance
router.
just to come back and absolutely destroy him getting into the corner. I would assume at least once in the 2 days.
Signing
this
in
will
now,
now
let's
become
see.
a parking lot.
So is it yet another Roval win for the Dinger? Or could someone like Sammy Smith, last week's winner in Talladega, build on his momentum today?
Definitely going into the Roval is a sigh of relief, but I think, like I said, we're going to have to win again to advance to Phoenix, I think. So hopefully we can do that and really focus on the round of 8.
The story's about to be told in the Drive for the Cure 250, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. And it's here on PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Usually before a NASCAR race, we're not singularly focused on just a couple of names, Mark, but I think it's fair today that it's A.J. Allmendinger and Shane Van Gisbergen that have earned the lion's share of attention going into this one.
I joked earlier today it's a heavyweight fight, Doug.
Let's go trackside to track announcer Kent Bernhardt to get it started.
About to get it started,
All right,
guys.
Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Here we go.
This
Let's
is
go
the
boogie,
moment
boogie,
you've
boogie.
all been waiting for. Please welcome Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina employees, 7-year breast cancer survivor Michelle Adams, 2-year breast cancer survivor Jackie Baker, and 4-month breast cancer survivor Candace Beasley.
Start your engines. Let's
The command has
go.
been given. Let's crank them up.
Now, the starting lineup presented by Hunt Brothers Pizza.
In row 19, starting 38th, Nathan Bird in the
You see it
ASAP
right here
Commercial
beside me,
Doors
guys.
Chevrolet. 37th
Right
belongs
beside
to
me here.
Dawson Cram, trade with the Pros Chevrolet. 36 starter, Dylan Lupton, the Lupton Excavation Ford. 35th belongs to Kyle Sieg, the RSS Racing Ford. Blaine Perkins starts 34th in the To The Point Ford. It is Leland Honeyman starting 33rd in the DPR Construction Chevrolet. 32nd belongs to Thomas Annunziata in the NFPA Toyota. Brad Perez rolls out 31st in the KSDT Loose is Fast Podcast Chevrolet.
Then 30th on the grid, Ryan Ellis, the Classic Collision Chevrolet. Then it's the Chinchor Electric Chevrolet of Preston Pardis in 29th. 28th, Sage Karam, the Kellum Law Firm Chevrolet. The BG Product Chevrolet of Jeb Burton, 27th. 26th, it's Matt DiBenedetto, the Rima Ford. Then the Syaps Ford of Ryan Sieg goes off 25th. 24th, Brendan Poole, the MacDor System Chevrolet. Josh Williams, 23rd, the Alloy Employer Services Chevy. Moving up to row 11, outside, 22nd starter, Parker Kligerman, the Big Machine Spike Cooler Chevrolet.
Parker
And starting
Kligerman.
21st, Jeremy Clements.
Next week,
in the
Vegas.
Kevin Whitaker Chevrolet.
201
In row 10,
laps.
starting 20th, is Parker Retzloff, the Carolina Cowboys Chevrolet. 19th belongs to Alex LeBay, the DGM Racing Chevrolet. 18th is Ed Jones, the Toyota Racing Development Toyota. 17th belongs to Austin Green in the three-dimensional.com Chevrolet. 16th starter is Sammy Smith in the Pilot Flying J Chevrolet. 15th to Brandon Jones in the Menards Delta Fawcett Chevrolet. The 14th starter, the defending series champion, Cole Custer in
Cole
the Ennis
Custer,
Frozen
guys.
Custard
Any
Ford.
Cole Custer fans in
13th is
chat?
Eric Almirola in the Samaritan's Purse Toyota. The 12th starter, Riley Herbst, the Monster Energy Ford.
Let's
Starting
hit that like
11th
button
is
if you have not
Anthony
already, ladies and
Alfredo
gentlemen.
in the Dude Wipe Chevrolet.
Now the top 10 outside of row number 5 in the Apollo Peck Chevrolet, it's Connor Mozak. Justin Allgaier goes off 9th in the Jarrett Logistics Chevrolet. The Wheelan Chevrolet of Jesse Love is 8th. 7th, Chandler Smith, the Wheelers Toyota. The Bennett Transportation Chevrolet of Austin Hill goes off 6th. 5th on the grid, Sheldon Creed, the Friends of Jacqueline Foundation Toyota. Moving up to row number 2 on the outside in the Insurance King Toyota, it's Josh Berlicki. 3rd, A.J. Allmendinger, the Campers Inn RV Chevrolet. And now the front row. On the outside, it's Sam Mayer in the QPS
Sam Mayer.
Employment Group Chevrolet. And on the pole
We're about
for
to
the
get
third
started
time
here
this
any
season,
moment, guys.
First time here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the WeatherTech Chevrolet, Shane Van Gisbergen. His
For those of you
speed,
guys that are on a phone, so on these
97.110
stats over
on the
here,
Roval.
you can
The Roval at
zoom in
Charlotte
and
Motor
out.
Speedway starting
that,
lineup.
the,
The Drive for the Cure 250, presented
know.
by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina.
The starting lineup brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza. At Hunt
Hunt
Brothers Pizza, we
Brothers
love racing
Pizza.
and we love pizza. Visit
You guys like
huntbrotherspizza.com or
I actually just
download
had
the
pizza
app
for
to find
lunch.
your next pizza.
All right, guys, got a 3 stages of this race today. There is the first stage. All right, I'm gonna get you these lap times here. Get them up here for you. It dawned on me that it didn't add in. All right, it's going to be below me here for the lap information, guys. All right, there we go. It's down below here, guys. So I've got the stage and information down below. So
Carolina, where we pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Pause 10 seconds
this
for
is
station
PRN, the
identification.
Performance Racing.
All righty, guys. They're counting it down here. We're about to get started. Everybody excited about this race? Don't forget, drop your votes in the poll. Let's see. Let's get this back up. Close that out now.
Speedway on the Roval. Cars are on the racetrack on their warm-up laps.
They're
Time
on their
now for
warm-up
our State
laps
Water
right now,
Heaters
guys.
View from the turns, brought to you by State Water Heaters. When you need a water heater, make sure you get a State. Visit statewaterheaters.com to find a professional installer near you. Calling the action starting at turn 1 today on the Roval on loan from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Radio Network, Nick Yeoman.
Thank you, Doug Rice. Looking forward to covering the first 3 corners on this Roval road course here in Concord. Turn number 1 is a left-hander, a 90-degree left-hander. There's a tire barrier to the exit of that corner that has chewed up race cars in the past.
And this is the track above me here too, guys.
It's very exciting watching them try to navigate too wide through that corner. Once they leave, jaunt uphill to turn number 2, which kind of falls away from you as the drivers, again, turn left, navigating the pit exit lane that runs parallel to turn number 2. Short little straightaway before they bend that steering wheel back to the right, sweeping underneath the pedestrian bridge where quite a few fans are watching the pace laps here at Charlotte.
Bridge.
When they leave that right-hander at turn 3, they'll pop into the view of my partner on the IMS Radio Network, Mark James.
Thank you, Nick Yeoman. Happy to be here as always. At the exit of turn number 3 to driver's left, it widens a little bit. There's an opening to the infield there where they kind of use that to set up for turn number 4. At the exit of turn number 4, which is a right-hander, the track widens out. They skip right across the rumble strips. It doesn't upset the balance of the race car at all. Then a short little straightaway to turn number 5.
Looks
That's
like we
a
got great
right-hander.
weather for
That's
today as
uphill.
well, guys.
That seems
Looks like it's
familiar
clear at the
until
moment.
you get to the crest of that hill. Grip could be an issue as they crest that hill, but there is quite a surprise waiting for them. Maybe not a surprise now because Doug Turnbull, you can tell everyone just how much 6 and 7 have changed.
Indeed, as you go downhill into turn 6, it's a wide sweeping right-hand turn, but it's off camber. That means it wants to pull the cars the opposite way that they're turning, and then they get sorted out in turn 6, maybe a little bit off balance. Then it is on the gas briefly, then on the brakes hard, downshifting to first gear for the turn everyone's talking about, the hairpin 45-degree angle, turn number 7. Cars will have to sort through that.
Hey guys, I need your help today on the stream. We need to hit our goal of 30 likes. That is our goal. It helps boost this out, get more people in here.
Indiana and Virginia, Rob Albright.
Well, if your familiarity with Charlotte Motor Speedway is limited to the oval, you will recognize when I tell you that turns 8 and 9 of the Roval are the same as turns 1 and 2 at the oval at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's the first and only time that you'll hear me mention that this afternoon, because the way they are raced are completely different. Once they exit that turn number 7, that hairpin, they're only going about 35 miles an hour and going up through the gearbox as they climb the 24 degrees of banking that constitute turn number 1. And then instead of running middle to top of the racetrack, as we often see on the oval, they'll come all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, kind of make it a straight line from turn number 8 to turn number 9, still remaining at 24 degrees. When they charge off of that turn at 24, they'll exit onto 6 degrees.
Any moment we'll have a green flag here.
At about the midpoint of that back straightaway, we have inserted very tricky part of this racetrack.
SVG, do you guys think SVG is going to win it today?
Is Pat Patterson.
All right, thank you, Rob. Happy race day, everybody. Yes, once they get down to the chicane, by the way, the definition of a chicane, road narrowing, and it narrows very quickly. You got to turn left, back to the right, which is turn 11, then you exit turn 12, and that's pretty much a straight turn. Takes about 5 or 6 seconds for these cars to get through this very tricky part of the racetrack.
The chicane is really some big speed bumps. It can send the guys in, get some air off of them too.
They continue through 14.
Racing on CW sucks. Well, Jazz, I've got you here, my friend.
They'll come to turn number
Come here to
15.
Kimbronator's channel. We'll keep you live play-by-play here, my friend.
We see a lot of action there. It can be a passing zone. Will be your eyes and ears all afternoon for 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
And as they come off the banking here at Charlotte Motor Speedway and what is on the oval turn 4, they come into the front straightaway chicane. It starts with a nice, easy left-hand bender and then hard right, hard left, and then they come to about a 100-yard sprint to the start-finish line. Now, today, lap 20 ends stage number 1. Stage 2 at lap 40. That leaves 27 to the 67 laps that make up today's Xfinity Series race. The cars have just gone down pit lane to check their pit road speed. It's 40 miles per hour. The pace car, 45 miles per hour, driven by Jason Brownlow today. It is a Toyota GR Supra.
Jazz,
NASCAR
video of the race. If you want to do video of the race, go to NASCAR.com and click on race day. There's a button live race where you can actually get
pit road picks. Alan Cavani
aerial
is
footage
here
as
today.
well as
And Alan,
in-car
I know
camera.
Your attention is a little bit divided as you
Every
get
time
ready
I
to
show
call
it
this
here,
race.
It's Baby Watch
YouTube takes me down,
2024,
copyright
but all
strike.
is good, but I'm picking another
So,
driver who
I
had
cannot
a
show
baby
video
this year.
footage
His
of it.
name is AJ Allmendinger because he's undefeated on the Xfinity Series Roval. It makes it 1 for the thumb today. 5 for 5. Dinger wins it, guys.
Good to have you here today, Alan. Over to Brad Gilley.
Well, A.J. Allmendinger's fast, but his teammate might be a little bit faster. How could I not go with Shane Van Gisbergen? There's going to be a rugby ball kicked into the grandstands after this one today.
And let's check in with Brett McMillan.
Well, how did I know that those two guys would be off the board by the time it got to me?
That's right,
Well,
Kenneth. We have
okay,
some
so I'm
baseball
gonna go with the
streams
next
coming
best
up
guy.
tomorrow.
I think the guy that wins today is Cole Custer. He's finished in the top 8 all 3 times he's run here. Second last year. This year, he makes the trip to victory lane in an upset.
Thank you, Brett. And again, want to remind people this is the 6th road race on the Xfinity Series this season. Kyle Larson was the winner at COTA out there in Austin, Texas. And then Shane Van Gisbergen reeled off 3 victories in a row, Portland, Sonoma, and Chicago. Connor Zilic, though, great performance to grab the victory at Watkins Glen.
When we got to the playoffs, the number 1 seed was Justin Allgaier. He's fallen on hard times. He is now 7 points below the cut line. 14 stage wins this year. He's been the dominant car. Can they find a little magic, Mark Garrow, and get back in the groove today and make the cut?
They certainly hope they can. Obviously, Van Gisbergen has scored the most points on the road courses this year. Justin Allgaier, number 2 there, but don't sleep on Parker Kligerman. He's 3rd in points scored on the road courses. He needs a big day to make his way into the next round.
A Toyota Supra Pace Car, GR Supra Pace Car, has turned on to pit lane, and we're ready to go racing on the Roval in the drive for the Cure 250s. Green flag flies in the air quickly up through the gearbox. Getting the jump is going to be Sam Mayer. He will lead this pack into turn 1.
Yeah, not sure if Shane Van Gisbergen spun the tires, but it's going to be Sam Mayer who emerges
We have
from
the green
turn
flag,
1
guys. Here we go. Let's go racing. Boogity, boogity, boogie.
Allmendinger take a peek for second. They'll get in line, following Mayer into turn 3.
Worry is you start up front, you finish up front. Sam Mayer knew that, and he grabbed that top spot and has sailed to about a 4-car length advantage. FVG, then Allmendinger, then a side-by-side battle is set up at turn number 5.
As Mayer gets away the winner a year ago, a good battle shaping up for second as well as Shane Van Gisbergen in turn number 6, inching away from
Come on,
AJ
SVG.
Allmendinger.
Any
In that
SVG
side-by-side
chance
battle
in
gives
chat?
teammates. Josh Bilicki for the first time into turn 7. Sheldon Creed down low, Bilicki up high. They escape without damage here as the cars negotiate turn 7.
Sam Mayer climbs the 24-degree banking of turn number 8 with a 3-car length advantage over Shane Van Gisbergen, and by the time he exits turn number 9, Pat, it's already grown to 10-car lengths.
Sam Mayer really looking good as he enters the chicane for the first time today. Left in that back to the right in turn number 11. Now hammers down off of 12. Heads up onto the banking in 13. Van Gisbergen a good 25 cars behind him. Then you've got Josh Bilicki right behind.
Sam Mayer got a violation on the start of this race. He jumped the gun on Shane Van Gisbergen. He will have to pay the price for that, although he will lead lap number 1. He gets the black flag as he crosses the start-finish line.
Wow.
Van Gisbergen
Sam
running second.
Mayer with the
AJ
black
Allmendinger
flag,
third.
guys.
That is going to be the battle for the lead.
Wow, what a frustrating start for Sam Mayer as now the action turns behind him, which will be for the race lead. Those are the
Wonder why I
teammates.
wasn't updating there for a second.
Half a car length lead over AJ Allmendinger.
Chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, I suppose, but it is not really a long race, a series of sprints. Maybe he'll have some time to make it back up. A.J. Allmendinger, meanwhile, a peek to the inside of FPG as they set up for turn number 5.
The battle of the calling teammates up and down the hill.
Up and down, here we go.
Sam Mayer's still out front. He's going to have to serve a penalty. This is the real battle for the lead. Second time into turn 7. Allmendinger breaks later than Vic Gisbergen, gets right up to the back bumper, and that allows Sheldon Creed to join the battle.
Sheldon Creed hanging on to the back bumper of A.J. Allmendinger. Behind him, the car of Josh Malicki has fallen some 5 car lengths back to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 9. Down that short straightaway from 4th gear to 3rd to 2nd.
He's running out in the grass a little bit there, too.
Left-hand corner.
Colleague teammates into the chicane now. Allmendinger right on the bumper of SVG as he exit turn number 12. Onto the banking they go. Sheldon Creed right in the mix with that. SVG with about a 6-car lead over his teammate as they make their way to turn 15.
Battle for the lead as they come back around to complete lap number 2. Sam Mayer dove onto pit road to serve out his penalty through the front stretch chicane. Up on 2 wheels is SVG. Right behind him is A.J. Allmendinger. Then it's going to be Sheldon Creed and Josh Malicki back to 1.
Yeah, it's some Dukes of Hazzard stuff, watching those drivers navigate that chicane.
Dukes of Hazzard here, man, on NASCAR.
No room to breathe. A.J. Allmendinger right there, about a car length back. Sheldon Creed hanging strong in 3rd, about 2 car lengths back.
And with Sam Mayer headed to pit road on and off, that gives us the battle that we thought we would get at the green flag. SVG, A.J. Allmendinger, then it's the 18 of Sheldon Creed. Creed falls back to about 2 car lengths at the exit of 5.
And Creed's had a pile of second-place finishes here, running 3rd right now. Would love to win it, but good on points. Up front, Shane Van Gisbergen gets on the brakes later than A.J. Allmendinger. Allmendinger evens right up to him there, but Van Gisbergen in the lead.
Sheldon Creed not mentioned by anybody as a potential race winner here this afternoon. Could it be that the 2 odds-on favorites take themselves out? Well, let's hope not, but they are
Maybe
right
not.
together, exiting turn number 9 and headed to turn number 10.
Here comes the leader into turn 10, makes that left-hand turn, and quick back to the right, lets the car drift out to the left, half a car length back to 2nd, that's A.J. Allmendinger, 2 car lengths back to Sheldon Creed, up onto the banking in 13, Josh Malicki, 9 car lengths back, and Austin Hill, that's the way they run through 13 and 14.
Tight battle for 6. Jesse Love has it. Chandler Smith is there. Justin Allgaier also making up ground to join that fight.
Austin Hill's right hanging in there as well.
Dogging the back bumper of SVG, A.J. Allmendinger chases him across the start-finish line and back to turn number 1.
Yeah, those 2 have absolutely been glued together over the first handful of laps. Van Gisbergen powers it out of turn number 1. A.J. Allmendinger took a look to the inside of turn number 2. Didn't have the momentum to get alongside. He'll stay in the tire tracks exiting 3.
Sheldon Creed's in 3rd. Josh Malicki's in 4th.
Doing just that for now, also trying to keep pace, the 2 of Jesse Love. Leaders now separated by a car length at the exit of turn number 5.
A.J. Allmendinger the last couple of laps has been more enthusiastic getting into turn 7 than Van Gisbergen has. They're at 6 right now. Allmendinger looking to the inside, gets on the brakes later than Van Gisbergen once again. Seems
3
like
of 20. We're on lap 3 of 20. 3s in chat, guys. Put 3s in chat. For Daryl Sr.
It was Busher, Chris Busher, that forced a mistake
3.
and cost Van Gisbergen a win in the Cup Series at Sonoma earlier this season. Just a car length separating these 2 teammates into turn number 10.
That's the way they'll race into 10, left-hand turn. Now back to the right in 11. We're in the chicane, working our way out of turn number 12. Hammers down onto the banking now. A.J. Allmendinger, 1.5 car lengths behind the leader. 6 or 7 car lengths back to Sheldon Creed. Josh Malicki has gotten around Austin Hill. He holds on to the 4th spot. Then there's Austin Hill and Jesse Love.
The leaders race nose to tail through the chicane. Allmendinger looks to the inside of SVG. He'll make the pass as they come back up on the front stretch and back to start-finish line to complete lap number 4. We've got a new leader in A.J. Allmendinger.
And his birthday, you are correct.
Allmendinger leads him into turn number 1, and Shane Van Gisbergen is not done trying to fend off challenges because Sheldon Creed has that 18 machine tucked to the inside. That becomes the outside as they go door to door in turn 3.
Those front 2 never checked out on him. He stays right there, and also the 19 machine keeping pace. That's Josh Malicki. He is all over Sheldon Creed now. Austin Hill trying to keep pace as well. Good battles up front as the leader stretches out to a 4-car length advantage.
Yeah, second place, it will be Shane Van Gisbergen, who fended off Sheldon Creed for 3rd. 4th is Josh Malicki, his 2nd start of the year in the Gibbs number 19. Need to mention as the leaders get into turn 7 that Sam Mayer rejoined the field in 18th and is already back to 16th.
At the top of the banking in turn number 8, that is 24 degrees from bottom to top.
He turned turned
shade into the sunlight.
Dale
And
Jr.
turn number 9,
turned 50.
5 car lengths, the advantage that A.J. Allmendinger enjoys over
Thursday.
teammate SVG. Once again, down through the gears.
Senior's
Fourth, the
birthday
third,
is
the
actually
second.
on
He's been
April
the king
29th.
of the road at this place. A.J. Allmendinger into the chicane. He's being dogged by his teammate. Half a car length behind as they exit turn 12 on to 13. Creed, 4 car lengths back in third. Behind him is Josh Balicki. Austin Hill about 12 cars back.
Connor Mozak has just worked his way past Riley Herbst for 8th, and now Herbst has a rear view mirror full of the Eric Almirola machine. Behind Almirola, it's Cole Custer, Parker Kligerman, Anthony Alfredo. Leaders across the stripe.
Fast
so
pasta, guys.
They
We
will
like some
lead,
fast pasta.
Led by A.J. Allmendinger, single file through about the first 5 or 6. Then you start to see that battle pick up, as you mentioned. Connor Mozak in that 88 machine trying to hold off Riley Herbst with a host of cars. Almirola, Custer giving chase. Mark James, that's about 8th through 11th into turn number 3.
Mayor's moving back up.
Turn number 4, we say that, and A.J. Allmendinger climbs right
Got a
back
fast
into the
car
throttle.
today,
Has about a
guys.
4-car length advantage now as he slides up on turn number 5.
He's going through
Like
5 up
5
and
of
down
20
the hill.
in the
A.J.
stage.
Allmendinger is, and then sweeping into 6. Off camber, off balance, twitches the car a bit, on the brakes hard, and now Shane Van Gisbergen gets on the brakes later than Allmendinger, trying to make up that spot.
As they climb the hill in turn number 8, we'll document the fact that Parker Kligerman, who started 21st, is all the way up to the 13th position. He's been passing cars right and left in these first few laps, trying to get in position to win this race. Off turn number 9, it is still Allmendinger. He leads by 6 car lengths into turn 10.
A.J. doing a great job of moving out in front of his teammate. He's got a nice 4 to 5 car lead now. He's picked up some advantage off of turn number 12 now. Comes the field. Allmendinger halfway between 13 and 14 with a good 10, 12 car lead over SVG.
Half dozen laps in the books here in the drive for the Cure 250. Top 5 read like this: A.J. Allmendinger, Shane Van Gisbergen, Sheldon Creed, Josh Balicki, and Austin Hill.
This NASCAR.
All right, running through the order, guys. Like he said here, we still have AJ, SVG, Sheldon Creed, Josh Balicki, and Austin Hill. Our top 5 right now. We got any SVG fans in chat? Let me know. They're at commercial break, so that's why we got radio quiet for a moment. It's at a commercial break, but we're not going to click off on commercial break. So stay here with us, guys.
Leader, followed by Shane Van Gisbergen, Sheldon Creed,
SVG,
Josh Balicki,
guys.
Austin Hill. That's the top 5, and this is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All righty, guys. It is a close race still. It's anybody's race. A lot of racing left to go. I can't do the NASCAR stream tomorrow. I'm going to have to take it down. I've got a birthday party to go to. So I'm going to do the baseball game. I wanted to do the football, but it's a World Series, Championship Series. We're going to do the baseball stream tomorrow night. I'll have a little bit of coverage of football as it's going. I got to redo my thumbnail tonight. Yeah, I was planning on doing the, since I have a bye week in flag football, I was going to do NASCAR tomorrow, but we have a birthday party to go to tomorrow afternoon, so I won't be able to be here for that, guys. If I can't be here, I'm not going to go live.
Benjamin, go 16. aside from having a driver
AJ.
jump the start at the start of the race today, and Sam Mayer, Mark, we just saw our second biggest development early here in this race.
Shane Van Gisbergen running second, blew the back straightaway chicane. He immediately came to a stop to give himself the appropriate penalty, dropped from second to sixth.
So big change there in the top 10 with Shane Van Gisbergen going back to 6th. Let's go down to pit road and check in with Brett McMillan.
It hasn't updated yet. They are a touch ahead of the
Shane Van Gisbergen, who lost the lead early on, said he needs some grip as he is
information here. It should change here. There it went.
Right now, Jesse Love said he needs help in turns 3 and 4. His spotter, Brandon Vinish, has told him that he needs to focus on his drive off and told him last time by that he's getting much better at doing that. And Ryan Singh said has been told that he's carrying too much speed into turn 2 and using too much racetrack. Alan Cavana.
Well, the development of Shane Van Gisbergen missing that part of the track is good news for A.J. Allmendinger, obviously, and the message relayed to him, just take care of your car. At the moment, he's got a 2.7-second lead. They want him to take care of his car over those turtles, over those rough parts of the track, just to make sure he keeps that fast car fast throughout the race. The other development on my side of pit road, Sam Mayer, right on the first part of the start of the race where NASCAR said he jumped the start. Remember, he came into this in a precarious points position. They came over the radio and told Sam, hey, Sam, we have to change our strategy now. It's about the win and the win only. Going for points, trying to point their way in, they don't think that's a possibility anymore.
All right, thanks a lot,
go for gold,
Cavana.
baby.
Sam Mayer dropped back to 21st after he served his penalty, Mark Yarrow, but he's already fought his way back up into the lineup a good bit. He is up to 13th, so nice run on his own under green, getting back from 21st to 13th.
He just fought his way underneath Parker Kligerman in the front straightaway chicane, and Nick Yeoman, he's not happy with that. He charges his way again into turn number 1.
Yeah, Sam Mayer's been awful impressive. He leads that battle now of Kligerman and Riley Herbst. They traded a little pain at the exit of turn number 1, but Sam Mayer, Mark, has got back on that horse, continuing to pass cars here at the Roval.
Kligerman and Herbst are battling it out through turn number 4. Herbst has it. Kligerman wants the spot. He's taking a peek to the inside. Herbst has to lift a little bit, which opens the door. 2 other cars going to try to follow suit in the center of turn 6.
2 of the most aggressive drivers in the field today below the cut line. Sam Mayer's at turn 7 now. Parker Kligerman exits turn 6. He had gotten around Herbst laps to go. Then got him around him again. Herbst gets right to his rear bumper exiting 7, but Parker Kligerman prevails.
Nearly stacked up 4 or 5 cars behind Riley Herbst as now Parker Kligerman has been able to distance himself from Herbst. Off of turn number 9, Kligerman stretches it out. He's about 15 car lengths back of Sam Mayer.
Sam Mayer, by the way, just getting into the chicane now, turn number 10, over to 11 behind them. Kligerman and that group of cars race their way through 10, now 11. Those cars head up onto the banking to 13. Sam Mayer now also trying to catch back up to this lead group.
Let's take you through a full field rundown now that we are halfway through the first stage of the drive for the Cure 250. A.J. Allmendinger is the race leader by almost 3 seconds over Josh Bilicki. Bilicki has been a fixture in second place. Sheldon Creed is third. Fourth is Austin Hill. Fifth is Jesse Love. Shane Van Gisbergen is sixth. Justin Allgaier seventh. Chandler Smith is eighth. Ninth to Eric Almirola. And 10th is Sam Mayer.
Parker Kligerman 11th, Riley Herbst is 12th, Cole Custer 13th, and it's Connor Mozak 14th, Sammy Smith 15th, 16th Austin Green, Brandon Jones 17th, 18th Parker Retzlaff, 19th Anthony Alfredo.
Halfway through the stage, guys, 10 of 20.
21st is going to be Alex LeBay. Jeremy Clements is 22nd. 23rd will be Josh Williams. Jeb Burton rides 24th. Matt DiBenedetto is 25th. Sage Karam rides 26th. Brennan Poole is 27th. Ed Jones is going to be 28th. Blaine Perkins will ride in the 29th spot. And in 30th is going to be Ryan Ellis.
Brad Perez 31st, Preston Pardis 32nd, then Thomas Annunziata in 33rd, Leland Honeyman 34th, Dawson Cram 35th, 36th, Nathan Budd, Dylan Lupton 37th, and Kyle Sieg currently 38th. And that leaderboard update brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Visit your local Bass Pro Shop store or shop online at BassPro.com. Your adventure starts here.
To absolutely nobody's surprise, it's A.J. Allmendinger out front. It looks like Shane Van Gisbergen has made up one spot, Mark Garrow, as far as he fell back to 6th when he blew through the chicane. He got around one other driver. So the top 5, Allmendinger, Josh Bilicki, Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, and Shane Van Gisbergen.
Not sure how much you know about.
All righty. And you hear it there, guys. This is the Roval. This is not the, you can see it above me here. So there's a lot of little turns here that these drivers probably normally don't face. Some drivers are better at this than others. So it really tests a driver's ability to drive in a circle and then drive on a street course. SVG's probably one of the best ones. He's won, I think he won Chicago, not this year, but last year, if I'm not mistaken. Or yeah, so it's different experience for some of these guys for sure. My nose keeps itching. All this weather change here. Hot and cold. Make everybody sick.
3.1 second lead, about to complete lap number 12 in the Drive for the Cure Xfinity Series race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway on the Roval. 8 laps to go in stage 1. You're listening to PRN, the Performance.
We're staying right here with you, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to commercial breaks, so be sure to drop those likes on the stream. Those help out the stream. We're at 17 likes. Our goal is 30. You can see it above us here. I need your help hitting that like button, guys. We'll change after this stage. We'll change our community poll question. We have, did you hit the like button currently? So we're going to tank that down and figure out something different. So stay tuned for that change here.
A.J. Allmendinger is about ready to lay lap 13 up on the board here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Bank of America Roval 400, and he looks pretty good right now, Mark Arrow. He's pulled out to a solid 3-second lead over Josh Bilicki.
I tell you what, it looks awfully familiar, Mark Janes, the way he's getting around this racetrack as he works his way back to you again.
Yeah, you know, had some help with some bobbles by those that he started up front with, but again, looks awfully smooth through here. And it's not that Josh Bilicki is being erratic as he works his way around the course. He just can't seem to catch up with it. If you want to look back a little bit, Sheldon
got a little bit too much speed for him there, huh?
Their nose to tail as they exit turn number 5.
Shane Van Gisbergen has been ultra aggressive since missing a chicane earlier and having to make a stop. He went from 2nd to 6th. He is fighting for the 3rd position. It gives a little nudge to Sheldon Green. He hits him in the left rear quarter panel, gets under him at turn 7. Move SVG into that 3rd spot, though. Rob Albright, they're still in contention.
Well, SVG is kind of learning the etiquette in the Xfinity Series. If you need to move somebody by using the bumper, it's quite all right to do it as long as you don't take them out. Off turn number 9, he's got a car length and a half advantage over Creed.
All right, let's see how they'll square up into the chicane. SVG wants the spot. He's got Creed in front of him. He's going to move him or not? No, not going to do it this time. They'll work their way off of turn number 12.
Sam Mayer is back in 10th position.
Up to that 3rd spot now. He's got Josh Bilicki in his sights as they head to 15.
Shane Van Gisbergen dives back down into the chicane there. He has lost contact, though, with the race leader, A.J. Allmendinger, and I'm impressed with Josh Bilicki in this Joe Gibbs car out here today in that Toyota, Mark. He's giving it a really good ride. I know he's 3.5 seconds back from the race leader, but for Josh Bilicki, this is going to seem like a holiday.
Doug, most people view him as a journeyman driver. He's never been able to find the really good ride. Well, guess what? He's in a Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. He's trying to make the most of it.
How about that Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, guys?
You know, a lot of guys get shots in that car, and a lot of them have made it pay off. We've seen Ryan Truex win, I think, now 3 times in that car, and some other drivers that have come and gotten one-turn opportunities. You've got to make
guys
it
are
count.
hitting that
You get
bump
that opportunity to hop on a thoroughbred.
On this turn up here, there's a turn.
We absolutely do. And again, that's one of the
good.
big question marks in this, as we've talked about before with Martin Truex Jr. Ryan Truex, every time he gets in that car, seems to deliver. He's won twice already this year and still trying to find a way to get in it full time.
and it hadn't happened for him yet. Right now, guy that looks really good. We've talked a lot about A.J. Allmendinger today. Shane Van Gisbergen has picked back up some spots. He blew through the backstretch chicane. He did his stop-and-go penalty. He came out 6th. Now he's fought his way back up to 3rd. And another driver that served a big penalty for jumping the start of the race was Sam Mayer. He fell all the way back to 21st. He's back up to 10th. Both of them impressive comeback runs.
Now, as they come to the stripe, 5 laps to go in stage 1. We'll have to watch to see who is going to maybe short pit and try to gain some track position as we get towards the end of this stage. And Nick Yeoman watching a good battle right now between 2 RCR teammates, Austin Hill, Jesse Love.
Yeah, they're nose to tail exiting turn number 1. That's the battle for the final spot inside the top 5. Austin Hill has it. Jesse Love all over the back bumper. They'll stay nose to tail exiting turn number 3.
They've stayed pretty tight for the past couple of laps. Justin Allgaier is right there. He would like to get in the middle of that along with Chandler Smith. So a string of about 4 cars now, all trying to track down Sheldon Creed to the exit of turn 5.
All of them are playoff drivers on the right side of the cut line too, so they need to mind their P's and Q's as Creed is in the 4th position, followed closely by Austin Hill. Now Jesse Love's going to look to the inside of Hill. His teammate hard on the brakes. He gets under Austin Hill, then he makes contact with Sheldon Creed. Creed's going to spin. Creed's going to stop on the track. It looks like continue going with relatively minor damage. He does a burnout here, but he loses about 6 spots after the contact with Jesse
stinks
Love.
for Creed.
He'll get going as that battle for the 4th position continues between
hit a wall or
teammates
anything, so they're still in it.
Or 9 rather. Austin Hill a car length over Jesse Love.
Yeah, A.J. Allmendinger's already moved through the chicane now. It's a long way back to Josh Bilicki. Shane Van Gisbergen trying to make up ground in 3rd. All these cars exiting off of turn number 13, 14. Here comes Austin Hill in that group, all 14.
Had a chance to rewatch the spin there by Sheldon Creed down in turn 7, Mark.
Jesse Love had no chance to make that corner unless he ran into Sheldon Creed, use him for brakes, because he dove inside of Austin Hill, went flying by him into Sheldon Creed. He was lucky Creed was there. He might have wound up in the fence.
Jesse Love in a hard battle for 5th right now, all over Austin Hill into turn 2.
Yeah, and this is all happening right in front of Justin Allgaier and Chandler Smith. That quartet bends their way to the right-hander of turn number 3, but Austin Hill, Mark James, simply cannot shake his teammate, Jesse Love.
This happened now over the course of about 4 laps, and it's a 4-car freight train, and it's led by the 21 of Austin Hill now. He'll get to the banking first. Little bit of banking that there is, and then crest the hill up at turn number 5.
Austin Hill about a 2-car length lead over his teammate Jesse Love through turn number 6. Hill exits that corner wide, then sets up for an outside approach into turn 7. Love all over his back bumper, misses the corner almost, and almost gives up a spot to Justin Allgaier.
Well, and Allgaier is the guy among this quartet of cars running right together on the racetrack, most in need of stage points. He's the one that came in 7 below the cut line. He'll draw even with Jesse Love and race him at a turn number 10, and Pat, I believe he's made the pass.
Allgaier's got the spot. Can he hold on to it now as they work through the chicane, through turn 11, through turn 12,
AJ.
move the 7 car up a spot. He'll go after Austin
Josh
Hill
is
now.
right behind him, number 19 car.
Between 13 and 14 headed to 15.
A.J. Allmendinger elects not to come to pit road, but we're hearing reports that several teams are going to take advantage now and come down and visit the pit lane here with the closing laps of stage 1 being played out.
17 of 20 on this
stage. One of those is
stage.
going to be Josh Bilicki heading down to the pit lane. He'll get service. Let's go down to Brad Gilly.
Josh Bilicki
See, when they go gray over here, that means they're going into pit.
More rear grip in the center of the corner. That's what's been ailing him right now. He'll get 4 tires in Sunoco. Also in, we've got Parker Kligerman for 4 tires and fuel. Eric Almirola brings that number 20 in to the attention of Tyler Allen. 4 tires and fuel. Slow on the left side for them. Alan Cabana.
Well, because of the penalty, Sam Mayer and crew had to switch up their strategies.
There's a bunch of guys pitting. You can see when they go gray, that means they're going into pit.
Road to get the better track position. Another playoff driver, Cole Custer. He has not had grip since they opened up the garage this morning. Still doesn't have it. They're making a tire adjustment for the 00, Brad Gilly.
Chandler Smith has come in. He's got the 4 tire change, a little slow in the left rear. He came in the points lead with a spot guaranteed in the final 8. 15.8 second stop. Josh Williams has also been in. He got a 4 tire change and a chassis adjustment. 4 tire change for Ryan Singh. Some trouble getting the left
So
front
he comes back
tire
out.
off.
So
Also gave a
AJ,
chassis adjustment.
SVG,
He's
first and
back
second.
out.
Once again, race leader A.J. Allmendinger peels off the banking. He'll come back through the chicane. This will complete lap number 18 of the first 20 here as we're watching this play out here in front of us on the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Roval at Charlotte,
with the pit stops
guys.
happening, Shane Van Gisbergen has now moved back to the runner-up spot.
Remember, Doug, A.J. Allmendinger just 7 points above the cut line. Would love to get the 10 points for winning stage number 1.
Looks like we've got a pretty good battle here, though, with Justin Allgaier and Austin Hill.
Yeah, that's for the third position after a round of pit stops. Austin Hill with about a 1 car length advantage. Allgaier dives to the inside looking in turn number 3.
A couple of other cars were involved in that battle and serving as kind of a buffer between those two, but Allgaier has him in front of him now. Jesse Love tried to join that battle. He's about 6 car lengths behind now as they exit turn number 5 and climb the hill.
Allgaier trying to work Austin Hill over into turn number 6. He's going to look to the inside. Hill about a half a car length ahead. They go down the hill into turn number 7 here as Allgaier almost locks his tires up. Now he does. That gets to the inside of Hill, but Hill pulls away.
As they head into turn number 8, the race leader A.J. Allmendinger is already exiting turn number 9, but we'll follow this battle for the third position. 4 car lengths of separation as they charge off turn number 2. Austin Hill hanging on, but Justin Allgaier is really putting the heat on.
How hard will the 7-car charge into the 21 here? We got Austin Hill in front of Justin Allgaier. Allgaier right on his bumper, hanging on right there to him as they get off of turn number 12. All those cars accelerate back up onto the banking of 13. Allgaier within 3 car lengths now of that third spot. He would love to take it away.
Allmendinger has almost a 6-second lead over Shane Van Gisbergen, who's back in second. The battle is going to be for third. Here comes Allgaier. He dives to the inside of Austin Hill. He'll take third away. Now Austin Hill has got to be worried about protecting his flank from Jesse Love.
Yeah, throw a blanket over those 3 cars into turn number 1. The new third-place driver is indeed Justin Allgaier. He'll hold that spot at the downward spiral out of turn number 2. Jesse Love all over the back bumper of his teammate takes a peek to the inside of Austin Hill. They go nose to tail out of 3.
He'll take another peek to the inside of 4. He breaks a little later. Not a lot of room to the bottom of the racetrack. They are perfectly aligned now at the exit of turn number 4. Love's going to try to get to the bottom of the racetrack, and it's still side by side now as they crest the hill in turn 5.
As Allgaier scoots away at third, battle for fourth. Jesse Love to the inside of turn 6. So teammate Austin Hill, contact as Love misses the corner. They gather it up now to turn 7. Will Hill pay back the favor? He runs
rubbed each other a little bit. They're still
single file with Hill in
fighting
position
back and
ahead.
forth.
Richard Childress does not like this kind of activity between his 2 drivers, especially this early in the race. Both of them emerge unscathed. Austin Hill will have that 4th position. Back to 5th once again, and trying to close that gap is Jesse Love.
Those first 4 spots pretty secure at this point. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger halfway between turns 13 and 14, having a great afternoon in stage number 1.
So A.J. Allmendinger out front, about to come across the stripe. That will mean just 1 lap to go in stage number 1. He needs the stage points. He's just above the cut line. The 2 guys behind them need the stage points because they are just below it. And now that is the stage win for A.J. Allmendinger.
So A.J. Allmendinger wins that stage by a whopping 5.5 seconds.
A.J. Allmendinger,
Shane
baby.
Van Gisbergen hangs on for second. No shock there that those 2 are 1 and 2. Allgaier will take third. Austin Hill is 4th. 5th will be Jesse Love. Then it's Sheldon Creed, Connor Mozak, Riley Herbst, Jeb Burton, and Josh Balicki rounding out the top 10 here on the Roval as they keep battling back in the pack to come up and earn their positions here as they flash across the line. Some of them lost positions because of the way that the pit stops changed out. We'll actually change those last 2. Josh Balicki was 9th. Chandler Smith 10th. Let's run through the top 10 one more time real quick. Allmendinger, Shane Van Gisbergen, Allgaier, Austin Hill, Jesse Love, the top 5. The next 5, Sheldon Creed, Connor Mozak, Riley Herbst, Josh Balicki, and Chandler Smith is how they'll wrap up stage number 1.
And just like that, stage 1 is complete. You can see the flag went to yellow. Stage 1 complete. Allmendinger, SVG, Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill. That's who took it, guys. So who's going to win stage 2? We're going to start that as a poll question. We'll do SVG. I want to put Sam. He's got a fast car today, too. The next one we'll put is
And in Las Vegas, it's all how you celebrate. So NASCAR fans, hear how you can get a bigger celebration when you're out in Las Vegas. You can start your engines by visiting LasVegas.com. That's visit LasVegas.com.
Visit Las Vegas.
When we come back, we'll have some more pit stops here at
Viva
the end
Las
of stage
Vegas, guys.
1 of the Drive for the Cure 250 Xfinity Series race here on the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
PRN, Performance Racing Network, guys. So hold it down, guys. Our goal, stage 1 is complete. We have 18 likes on the stream. Our goal, you see above me up here, let's hit 30 likes. That is our goal for this stream today. Those likes help boost this. Let's defeat YouTube's algorithm. Get this out to more and more people, guys. Hey, just a fan here. We're going to bring you coverage, play-by-play, radio interaction, live timing, key moments. Hey, let's have guys. Sitting at 19 likes. Just 11 likes from hitting 30. Once we hit 30, we'll bump it up even more, guys. I need your help with that, so let's keep smashing that like button. Hope everybody's having an amazing Saturday. Tomorrow you have the Cup Series. I cannot bring you the Cup Series coverage, but stay tuned with me. I will have baseball coverage. So this is a sports channel. I like to bring you guys sports, a lot of stuff that matters to a lot of us guys and ladies. So be sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn on the bell notification whenever I go live so you guys can be here with us.
In the cutoff race for the Xfinity Series, round 1 of their playoff. And as we get to the end of this stage, again, dramatically, Justin Allgaier wins it. He'll get the 10 points. Then Shane Van Gisbergen gets 9. Justin Allgaier 8. Again, Van Gisbergen came in 10 points under the cut line. Allgaier 7, so those were points that were dearly needed. Allmendinger just 7 points above the cut line. He gets 10. Boy, he could use those as well. Right now, let's go down to O'Reilly Auto Parts pit reporter Brett McMillan.
Over the last couple laps of that stage, Mark, you guys were talking about how Jesse Love was kind of getting into it with his teammate Austin Hill. Love was not happy on the radio. Finally, his crew chief came on and said, look, that's enough. Focus. You just need to focus. And after the green, white, yellow, or after the green and the white flag came out, they said, look, just focus on what you're doing. And what you need to do is you need to hit the same marks over and over and over again. Once you got passed by the 7 earlier, it took you 2 laps to get back to the marks that you were hitting before. So that's what you need to do on a consistent basis. Just focus, hit the same marks over and over again.
As the Dwayne Johnson says when he works out.
Jesse Love, by the way, scored 6 stage points in stage number 1. That's good for Jesse. Jesse came in at plus 22, so every little bit helps there. Although, you know, Doug Rice, I don't think Jesse Love has all that much to be upset with his teammate Austin Hill. Seems to me like Jesse landed the first punch, ran into his teammate. They got kind of physical with each other, and Richard Childress has seen this movie before. His 2 drivers got into it at Martinsville last year in the final race before Phoenix, and neither one of them wound up in the Final 4, so he does not want to see anything like that develop.
Of course he doesn't want that to happen.
Well, they're trying to defy the laws of physics. It says that 2 objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time. They've tried to do that twice today, Mark, and they've failed both times.
Absolutely. All right, so pit road should be about to get busy, and A.J. Allmendinger, of course, has won stage number 1 in this race today, and Allmendinger still looking for that first win on the season, and so this is certainly good news for him, the way he dominated that stage, although as you run after stage points, you might get yourself in a position where you might be behind on track position later on in the event, but they had to do, Doug, what they had to do. They needed the points. All three of those guys have finished up front with Allmendinger, Shane Van Gisbergen, and, of course, Allgaier.
Two different games being played here. The game to win the race. Maybe I don't care about points, and I got to gobble up all the points I can like Pac-Man. Pit road is open. It's about to get busy. Let's go to Alan Cavana.
An important stage win and 10 points for A.J. Allmendinger. They started working on this car, the setup of it, with A.J. 3 weeks ago. He says it's perfect right now. He just wants to tear off the windshield so he can see better. On the right side, they're coming around to the left, a little long on the right side, but 4 new tires and Sunoco fuel. Brad Gilly?
Justin Allgaier says he's loose on left turns, tight on right turns. He's going to get a track bar adjustment, 4 tires in Sunoco. Sheldon Creed is so loose getting back to the gas, he said he just simply cannot touch the throttle right now. Connor Mozak could be a little more free as well. 4 tires in Sunoco. Brett McMillan.
Shane Van Gisbergen said the front end of his car felt just a little bit weak, so they gave him a 4-tire change and an air pressure adjustment. Full tank of Sunoco fuel, sent him back out with an 18-second stop.
Jesse Love, the first off of pit lane of the cars that just pitted, followed by A.J. Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst, Justin Allgaier. Shane Van Gisbergen loses 5 spots. We'll take a break, come right back to Charlotte Motor Speedway for more of this Xfinity Series cutoff race.
Whether your engine runs daily or only when you need it,
guys.
C-Max Micro Lubricant is the force you need against carbon buildup.
Who's going to take this next stage? We got the new poll going.
Carbon and other harmful
so we got 2 votes, and everybody's saying AJ. Is that who you think is going to take this next stage?
Rubbing against your engine's internal parts. You don't want that.
And
you want C-Max
another question we want to throw in here.
It soaks into
Let
metal
me know
and
in
keeps your
chat.
vehicle running at peak performance. Find out more at zmax.com or
like
visit
the
us on
format?
Facebook and Twitter. Protect your engine to the max with Z-Max.
At Bass Pro Shops, we salute those who serve. We proudly stand with those who stand for our freedoms by offering our legendary salute discount every day, saving active duty, veterans, and first responders up to 10% on top quality outdoor gear. And recently partnered with the Army and Air Force Exchange Service, becoming the official outdoor gear
trying to make
provider
everything
for our
more
heroes.
sharp and crisp.
It's more than the great outdoors. It's
trying to
about
make this
honoring
better
those
each
that
week. I
protect
just want to
it.
throw
Bass Pro Shops,
some numbers up
voted
on the
America's
screen. I want to have
best
you guys
outdoor
good
retailer.
information, easy to read.
Feel like you're in the driver's seat and never miss a second of the race action with Racing Electronics. Listen in on uncensored audio from every team in the race. See them in the vendor area to purchase yours today or learn more at racingelectronics.com. This is PRN, the Performance Network.
I didn't realize I had it unmuted, so try to keep it muted there for you guys so you don't have to listen to all that commercial stuff. Guys, we're at 21 likes. We're at 9 likes. We need 9 more likes to hit our goal of 30 for this stream. Once we hit 30, we'll boost it up more because the more likes, the more people come in, the more people we get in here, guys. I did not bring in the current view. I will drop that on here. I know some guys like to see that, so let's add that to this stream. I'll put that in. I forgot about that one. All right. There we go. All right, we have it now. So it's there in the corner beside me over here. So this is our current viewers at this moment. You do like the new format, Kenneth? Well, thank you. Try to make it easy for everybody to read. And it's coming back to radio. Should be back.
The books here. By the way, quick reminder, next week they're racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Not too late to make your plans to go there and attend the Xfinity Series event and, of course, the South Point 400. Just check them out at LasVegasMotorSpeedway.com. Time now for our mid-race update brought to you by Pfizer. Being shown as our leader right now is Josh Balicki. Chandler Smith is second, third, Sam Mayer, Eric Almirola is fourth, Parker Kligerman fifth, Brandon Jones is sixth, seventh to Cole Custer, Sammy Smith is eighth, and it's Austin Green ninth and 10th to Anthony Alfredo.
Josh Williams 11th, 12th Alex LeBay, Ed Jones is 13th, 14th Ryan Sieg, Parker Retzlaff 15th, and now we get to the drivers who just pitted after the end of stage one. Jesse Love 16th, A.J. Allmendinger 17th, 18th Sheldon Creed, Austin Hill 19th, Riley Herbst in 20th.
21st is Justin Allgaier, Shane Van Gisbergen back in 27th. They had a bad pit stop last time. Jeb Burton is 23rd. 24th is Connor Mozak. Sage Karam is 25th. 26th to Brennan Poole. Ryan Ellis.
Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
There were 4 lead changes, 4 different leaders, and only 1 caution for a pair of laps. And that caution was for the stage 1 break. We had a
welcome to the stream, my buddy. Thank
7,
you.
But they were able to
Hey,
spin
Kimbro
out of the
Bella,
way and then
my
continue on
baby.
racing.
She's on here.
Remind everybody we're
She's
about
in
to go
chat.
back to green, and
I
they
wanted
use
my
the
only,
choose
my
cone
wife, guys.
to choose.
I love you, sweetie.
Just at the exit of turn number 7. We're getting ready to race. Let's get a quick update, though, from Brad Gilley.
Some problems for Alex LeBay, one of 5 drivers who actually came into this race with an average
Hello,
finish in
Teresa.
single
Welcome to the
digits, but his
stream.
number 92
I appreciate the
Chevrolet
subscription.
Camaro is
Hey,
having
guys, don't
some
forget we
issues.
need
The
your
cruiser
help
under
on
the hood right now.
boosting this
They're trying to
channel
get
up
it
with the
locked back
likes.
down.
We
He's
need those
dragging
likes
some
turned
things on
up.
his car underneath. They were actually going to bring him to the garage to
25. Our goal is 30. We're getting there, guys.
Send him back out at the tail of the field for this restart. Should be interesting.
So, Doug, right now it's a little bit of a danger zone for those guys who took the stage points and need to keep their nose clean. Allmendinger starting 17th. Then you have Austin Hill 19th, Allgaier 21st, Van Gisbergen 22nd. Again,
Absolutely.
they picked
Welcome
up the
here. I
stage
appreciate
points.
you guys
Good
coming
news.
in.
Now they're back in the hornet's nest. Got to be careful.
Yeah, you got some big hitters back in the middle of the pack here. You got to be careful and let the field sort of string out and pick up those slower cars one by one. The leaders are up in front of Pat Patterson.
Josh Bilicki's the man who's going to control the restart here. He's got to be pinching himself right now. This is where he always wanted to be. Chandler Smith right beside him. Then you step back there. Sam Mayer has caught back up Eric Almirola, and that pace car is going to hit the pit road, and we're ready to rock and roll once again.
Jason Brownlow,
guys. Here we go.
Toyota GR Super
Boogity,
Pace
boogity,
car
boogity.
onto the pit lane. We're getting set to go back to green with 16 laps to go here in stage number 2. Making their way now into the Geico restart zone. Josh Bilicki will lead them there. He'll take the green flag and try to hold off Chandler Smith in turn number 1.
Chandler Smith has the inside advantage, though, into turn number 1, and they're going to go door to door for the race lead. Will they use each other up? No, they'll give each other a little bit of room. They are wheel to wheel. Now Bilicki's got the advantage.
Wheel, guys.
He'll lead the pack into 3.
Give each other very little room because there's simply not much room to give. And to that note, a lot goes single file. They start to double up again from first on back to about 8th position now as the leaders climb the banking toward turn number 6.
Bilicki's a road course racer from Wisconsin, journeyman in NASCAR for the last decade. They're at turn number 6 now, getting single file. The field is Bilicki with a 1-car length lead. Chandler Smith charges to his rear bumper. Also big battle for 4th spot. Sam Mayer around Parker Kligerman.
Still a long way to go, of course, with A.J. Allmendinger.
Long way to go. We just started this stage 2, guys. 4 of 20.
We've got 3 now. Toyotas of Joe Gibbs Racing occupying the front 3 positions on the racetrack.
24 of 67 laps.
2-car length advantage for Bilicki into turn 9.
Here comes Josh Bilicki into number 10. He picked a left-hand turn, now back to the right. He's being challenged from the rear by Chandler Smith. Only a car length separate those two. 3 car lengths back to the number 20 as they work their way on to turn 13. Now into turn 14. Here's the leader headed to 15.
Number 19, Joe Gibbs Machine with Josh
Joe
Bilicki
Gibbs Machine
aboard.
there, guys.
Leads them into turn 16. Chandler Smith filling up his rear windshield, and you don't have to go that far back to find Eric Almirola and then Sam Mayer. He jumped the start to start the race, but he has rallied back to 4th.
Yeah, Mayer's going to put the pressure on Eric Almirola. They are all watching this fantastic battle for the race lead. Josh Bilicki by a car length. Chandler Smith takes a wider angle into turn number 3. He'll take a peek to the inside, heading to 4.
Battles among the front 4, and it's kind of a 2-by-2 situation. With
2-by-2, guys.
Turn number 4. We say that Eric Almirola gets a little breathing room from Sam Mayer now. That's the battle for 3rd into turn number 6.
You know Mayer's hungry. He has to win this race to get into the playoffs there. They're in turn 6. Almirola exits it a little wide. Mayer gets up to him. Now battle for the lead into turn 7. Chandler Smith aggressively breaks later than his teammate Bilicki, but Bilicki maintains the lead.
Things crazy from 15th on back. That's where the cars who stayed out to get stage points are wrestling their way through the pack. Off turn number 9, the bottom of the racetrack, now drifting to the top of the racetrack off of that corner. It's still Josh Bilicki by the slightest of margins over Chandler Smith.
Chandler Smith goes right to the bumper of Bilicki into turn 10, stays off of him. They make the turn back to the right in 11, now back to the left in 12, exit onto the banking. Almirola holds that 3rd spot there. Sam Mayer in 4th, then it's a good ways back to Parker Kligerman.
SVG, the last 2 times, has gone 3 wide in the entry of turn number 7, and both times past 2 cars has gone from 22nd all the way back to 15th. Right now, watching a bit of a traffic jam, Cole Custer is currently holding on to the 7th spot, but Austin Green, Sammy Smith, Josh Williams right there.
Yeah, and you mentioned A.J. Allmendinger. He's charged his way through the field as well. He is up to 10th, but let's take a look at Cole Custer in that bright blue and red car trying to hold off Austin Green as they exit turn 3.
Meanwhile, Sam Mayer is pulled up on the 20 machine of Eric Almirola. They go side by side as Almirola, it looked like he lifted a little bit, let him pass. Now he'll tuck up underneath the bumper as they get to the crest of the hill in turn 6.
And then down the hill, Sam Mayer, half car length lead now over Eric Almirola up to the 3rd position. Battle up front again. Chandler Smith trying to outbreak Josh Bilicki there. Locks his tires up a bit. Bilicki stays in the lead. Mayer stays in 3rd.
2 of the top 4, no dog in the fight, not involved in the playoffs. That, of course, the race leader, Josh Bilicki, the 4th place car of Eric Almirola. They would love to win, but they're not going to wreck playoff-bound drivers to get it done. Bilicki hanging on to that top spot.
Behind those guys is Cole Custer. He also is out there. He battles into the chicane. And the number 32 car right behind him. Then you have Brandon Jones. Behind them is Sammy Smith, A.J. Allmendinger. That's where you find him as caution is on the speedway.
We have debris in turn 2. That's just the 2nd yellow flag of the day here in the drive for the
another
Pure
yellow
250.
flag,
It comes
guys.
out while Josh Bilicki is being shown as the race leader, followed by Chandler Smith, Eric Almirola, Sam Mayer, and Parker Kligerman.
We have our 2nd caution of the day, guys. There's debris in turn 2, as you can see there, they're saying. So, it's going so smooth. We made it through stage 1, no caution. Stage 2, we have our first caution at lap 6. They have debris. They're showing it on TV. It looks like a cap. It looks like a piece of fence. It looks like a piece of fence off the track. It really does. That would be a huge blowout. It's like a little silver part of a fence. They got the camera zoomed right in on it. It's got like a close-up of it. AJ, Teresa. AJ won stage 1. AJ Allmendinger. We need 4 in subs. We need 4 more. Right on. AJ, he came up with the win. Sam Mayer jumped out into the lead, a huge lead, but he jumped the gun, so he had to serve a penalty. And he went back from 1st to 20th and actually finished, if I'm not mistaken, 9th or 10th. He worked his way all the way back up. You're a Jesse Love fan. Awesome. Well, Jesse Love is currently at 14th. So beside me over here, if you're on a mobile phone, you can pinch to zoom in on that. Chad, don't forget Sam Mayer won this event last year. Sammy Smith coming off a win last week. That's right. Who do you guys think is going to win this stage? I got the poll going in chat. So we have 10 votes, and a lot of people are saying AJ is going to win. Sam Mayer's quick on this track.
Some debris on the racetrack has slowed us down temporarily. Let's check in now with O'Reilly Auto Parts pit reporter Brad Gilley.
Well, I got a couple of Joe Gibbs teammates on my end of pit road. One of them is pretty happy right now. That would be Josh Bilicki out leading this race. Said his car's a little too snug, but it's something he can race, something he can manage. But for his
right on,
Sheldon
Teresa.
Creed, maybe bigger problems. He's going to come down
I
pit
usually
road.
pick losers
says his car
too.
is stuck in gear. They asked if he knew what gear. He said, I think second. So it sounds like he has motion with the gear shifter, but he's just not sure where it
losers
is.
Like
so they're going to bring it to the service
I've
of
been
his
a huge
crew.
Cubs fan
and
the
Sheldon
whole lot
Creed
in
having
baseball.
some issues here in the Roval. Alan
And they didn't win a World Series until 2016. Went 108 years.
And
so
here at turn number
I'm
7,
there with you. You find a team, you stay
Sheldon
with
Creed
them.
multiple times on that last sequence beginning stage number
Or a
2.
player, or a driver.
Fluttered through that turn there. I was thinking he was just getting used up by Shane Van Gisbergen, who stormed through this field, but it looks like maybe that gear issue could have been the reason as he was stuck on the outside. What I have seen with multiple drivers here, especially those playoff drivers, in the back, with those playoff drivers in the back, is that they are aggressive, and they're finally using turn 7 for that aggression spot, that heavy braking spot that we've been anticipating all weekend long. And for more of the pits, here's Alan Cavana.
And just some strategizing going on the radio for A.J. Allmendinger. Remember, he was about mid-pack during that restart because of the pit sequence.
Yeah.
He was able to make it up to about, they're showing him P11, P10 right now. But what they're doing is keeping him updated on how he's doing in points and where he is.
There's
in
a lot of
accordance
people
to
like
Riley Herbst, who's now, they
SVG.
said,
I've seen
2
a
points
lot of people root for
behind
SVG.
him. That's who
On
they
my
want
channel
AJ
here,
to
I've had a
think
lot
about
of people
out there
come
on the
in
track. And on this next
from
restart, they said, now's the
overseas
time to
that
go
are
hard. Get it
in to
while
really
you can
watch
and
for
separate yourself
SVG,
from that
so.
98 car, Brad. Brett.
And right now, Chandler Smith sitting in second place, and they have told him that his exit from turn number 7, which has become basically the U-turn back onto the oval, said it's improved a lot. So he needs to keep working on that to continue to improve and move up the leaderboard.
By the way, we are watching the points as they run, but they change so wildly, Mark. There's not a lot of reason to dive into giving you points because by the time we get to stage 3, then the die is cast and we'll know where we stand.
Yeah, we
At
have
the end of
8
stage 2, it
laps
starts to
on
get
stage
serious.
20.
We'll update
so
you then,
we're
and then it's
slowly
on
chipping away
for
on
real.
that.
Yeah, then we're going to just bore you to death with that.
And by the way, speaking of turn 7, are you not impressed
True.
with
A lot of these drivers, they have their,
early on
preferred
at the
tracks,
restart,
preferred styles of
They
racing.
picked up 2 spots.
I think it's
kind of
neat to see this in
So a
NASCAR.
total of
Some
4
people don't like it,
2
but
laps, 4 spots, just
hey,
right there.
it changes up, so it's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
So let's check in with Brad Gilley now.
So you truly
Give you
get
an
the
update
best
on
of the
what
best
was
driver.
the problem was with Sheldon Creed, or what the problem is actually. It's actually with the gear shift lever. His car got stuck in second, but the shift lever was moving around. He came down to pit road. They were able to secure that, but it's not perfect. Sheldon Creed was just told, be very, very deliberate going from 3rd to 4th. That's pulling the gear shift down and putting it into the top gear. They're giving him some more instruction right now as I speak about what he needs to do.
It looks like the lights are off.
That's going to be a
the
tough
pace
sell
car.
right here on this track, especially as they get into the road
Happy to
course
see
section
left turns
in the
today.
infield and to some of these tight turns like the front stretch chicane.
Right,
All right, up front, it's Josh Bilicki. That's right, Josh Bilicki in the number 19 Joe Gibbs Toyota. Chandler Smith is up there with him, Pat.
Yeah, and on Bilicki,
right.
those 2
I know what
spots
you meant,
on
yeah.
his car, Doug. I know this because he's on my show.
And
Those
not
guys
left
have
the
been
whole
with
way.
him for the last 7 or 8 years. He's finally got them in a fast car and giving them a good ride this afternoon.
We're just
Those
5
cars
likes
now
away
enter
from
as
hitting
the rest
30
of the
likes,
pack
guys.
does right here in
If you have
turns
not already,
13
be sure
and
to drop a
14.
like on the
Pace car
stream.
lights are off. It'll be Bilicki and Chandler Smith, Eric Almirola and Sam Mayer. First 2 rows here. Fans are on their feet. We're ready to go again.
Here we go.
Can't
Let's
tell
go
you how many
racing, guys.
times I'm
Boogity,
driving
boogie,
home from
boogie.
church on Sunday morning listening to Pat Patterson.
Lap 8
chatted
of
up with
20.
Josh Bilicki. So nice to see him out front. Mark, they're getting ready to restart here in the
Opposite,
chicane.
yeah.
They are now working their way into the front stretch chicane. That is where the Geico restart zone is. Bilicki again takes the green flag, gets the jump on Chandler
Bilicki.
Smith. Smith will look inside as they dive into turn number
Josh
1.
Bilicki.
Chandler Smith gets to the left rear quarter panel of Josh Bilicki, but Bilicki keeps his foot in the throttle and he will clear Chandler Smith to the exit of turn number 2. Sam Mayer up to the 3rd spot. He'll watch those Gibbs cars race into turn 3.
And he made quick work on the restart the last time. Not pulling away just yet. We say that, though. He gets cleanly off of turn number 4. Meanwhile, here comes Sam Mayer. Takes a peek underneath Chandler Smith, but Smith checks the door at the crest of the hill.
See how,
Mayer, the winner of this race a year ago.
See how we
Road
do here.
racing prowess is his thing. He's in 3rd. Chandler Smith
Absolutely,
holding him off.
Kenneth.
They come into
We
turn
will
7
do
for the
that.
first half of the season. Mayer to the inside. Outbreaks Smith. He gets surrounded for 2nd place. Josh Bilicki still with the lead. His cars behind are all not getting hard on the brakes.
Sam Mayer trying to make amends for a violation at the initial start of this race, forced him onto pit road with a penalty up to the 2nd
Sam
position.
Mayer in
He'll now
3rd.
try to chase down Josh Bilicki. He's got about 5 car lengths to get it done.
We got a car stopped here on the outside of turn number 6. I think it's Matt DiBenedetto, though hard to see from my spot. He has not gotten going yet. The race is green for now, but if he stays there, it won't stay that way.
in turns 13 and 14. That's where the leader has about a 7-car lead over Sam Mayer. Josh Malicki now back to 15 as the caution flag will fly once again.
Here's another caution.
At the Roval.
Car stalled out.
So Josh Malicki will lead the
We
field.
didn't make it
under
long for our
caution
next
back
caution.
To the start-finish line. We have our third yellow of the day here in the drive for the
Third
Cure.
yellow
250.
caution. Third caution. We've been under 5 laps so far of caution today. Looks like he got his car going. He's got some damage to the right front. Yeah, he was stuck. Number 38. You're correct, Teresa. I just noticed that some of the drivers' numbers don't show up on this program I use. I don't know why, but some of their paint schemes don't come over. Hey, Brandon. How are you doing, my friend? Glad to see you here. We need some more likes on the stream, guys. We're at 26. If you have not already, smash that like button on the stream. We're under our third caution of the day.
Of Speedway Motors.
I'm going to mute that. He's just doing commercials, guys. We're under a caution currently. You see the flag button above us is yellow. So that's caution. Disappearing ink. Yeah. You got it.
Chandler Smith, Parker Kligerman, and Eric Almirola. From the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway, this is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
I thank you. I appreciate those shares. That's right, guys. So like the stream, share this with your friends and family. Let's get more and more people in here. Let's build this community, race community up here, guys. It's growing and growing, guys. We're almost at the 5,300. We're 36 away. I can't even do math today. It's been a long day. I've been going since 6 a.m. It is Central Time. I want to bring this to you guys from Texas. And we're in Charlotte for the race today. So, guys, keep everybody in your prayers that was affected by the hurricane. So, there's donations out there. Make sure you find the good organizations to donate to get money to those people in need there. Always do your homework on that. So, just don't donate just to donate. So what happened to the car? Are you talking about Benedetto, Matt Benedetto? Are you talking about his car? Looks like he slid into the bank, hit the grass and hit the bank.
Third caution of the day, this one from Matt DiBenedetto. He got stuffed into the tire wall in turn 6, so that brought out the yellow flag. And, Mark, we've been watching some key players here. A.J. Allmendinger has rebounded from being back in mid-pack up to 7th. Shane Van Gisbergen up to 9th.
So after stage 2, Allmendinger has improved at the end, beginning of stage 2, after stage 1. Allmendinger 17th to 7th, Van Gisbergen 22nd up to 9th. And while we're talking about that, well, let's get an update from pit road from our O'Reilly Auto Parts pit reporter, Brett McMillan, and then we'll come back for a leaderboard update. Brett?
Well, Mark, here's an update of a couple of guys who are still in the playoff hunt. First of all, Riley Herbst, sitting there just inside the top 20 right now, came in 20 points above the cut line. He is very discouraged. Said the car has not been handling well at all today. He says, absolutely, I do not know what's wrong. I don't want to know what to tell you how to make this thing better. Meanwhile, Jesse
This
Love
is on
and
the
his
CW
crew
channel,
and his crew chief, Danny Stock,
Brandon.
are talking a lot about trying to strategize what they want to do right now.
You have
Right now,
CW.
they're
That's how
sitting
you
in
can watch this
14th.
with
They
us
say
here.
They're looking at the points themselves.
Also, too,
say
if
they're
you
8
want to watch
points to the
video
good.
of it, you can
They're
go to
trying to decide whether or not
NASCAR.com
to stay on
and
the
pull
track
up
the rest
video
of this
footage
stage
of
and
this
see if
race.
they
They
can
have
get some
battle
points,
cam,
or whether or not
car
to short
cam,
pit it and go for the
aerial
best finish
footage as well.
possible. a lot to decide right now.
That is right,
All
Ken.
right,
We need
time
3
now
more
for
likes.
a leaderboard update brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza, where we love racing and we love pizza. Find your next pizza at huntbrotherspizza.com or download the Hunt Brother Pizza app. Now, we're going to give you the rundown. Josh Bilicki, currently the leader. Sam Mayer, second. Chandler Smith, third. Parker Kligerman, fourth. Fifth, Eric Almirola. Cole Custer, sixth. Seventh, A.J. Allmendinger. Austin Green, eighth. Ninth, Shane Van Gisbergen. And 10th, Sammy Smith.
Riding 11th is Brandon Jones. It's going to be Austin Hill in 12th. 13th, Anthony Alfredo. Jesse Love is 14th.
Fast
Justin
pasta, baby.
Allgaier 15th. Connor Mozak rides in 16th. 17th is Josh Williams. Riley Herbst 18th. 19th to Ed Jones. Ryan Sieg is 20th.
Sage Karam is 21st.
happened?
Parker
Tell us
Retzlaff,
all.
22nd. 23rd,
Yeah, absolutely.
Brandon
What
Poole.
happened,
Jeff
Brandon?
Burke
I did
is
not
24th.
hear.
Preston Part is 25th. Alex LeBay, 26th. Dylan Lupton, 27th. Brad Perez, 28th. 29th, Nathan Bird. Thomas Annunziata is in 30th.
31st, Sheldon Creed. 32nd is Jeremy Clements. Leland Honeyman Jr. is going to be 33rd. Kyle Sieg,
Those
34th.
you guys,
Dawson
Texas
Graham,
is up
35th. Matt
21-3
DiBenedetto
over
rides
Oklahoma.
36th.
Those you
Blaine
wanna know about
Perkins,
that.
who is out of the race, is going to be credited with 37th, and 38th will go to Ryan Ellis. And that's your full field rundown here in the drive for a Cure 250 on lap 31. Just 36 circuits left to go.
Again, Josh Bilicki out front. This is his 106th Xfinity Series start. And again, always looking to get a better ride. He's been with some of these underfunded teams.
Pace
Only
cars
3
lights
top
are
10s
off,
over
guys.
those
They're
first
getting ready to
105
drop the
races.
hammer.
But in a Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, Josh Bilicki making some big noise this afternoon here at Charlotte.
And the Toyota GR Supra pace car is ready to dive onto the pit road here as we get restarted here. It'll be lap 32 when they get back to the line this time. Pit car on the pit road. Now they've got to come through the chicane, wait for that green flag restart, and then hop on it here. We did have a car jump the restart at the start of the race. Sam Mayer, but he has fought his way
dropping
back.
off. They're getting ready to hammer down, baby.
Front row. Mayer to
Fixing
the
to go
inside,
green.
to the outside. Josh Bilicki, green flag in the air. Who's going to get the jump? Down the front stretch. Bilicki on the outside. Mayer dives to his
Bilicki
inside.
got him a little
Mayer
bit.
is there. He's at the door. He'll stay
He's
side
still
by
hanging
side
in
at the
there.
exit of turn number 1. They're still door to door. Sam Mayer has the inside. That becomes the outside into turn 3. Battle for the race lead is on. It's Mayer nosing ahead.
Just not a lot of room to go side by side to that portion of the racetrack. They'll bunch up again, try to go side by side as Mayer grabs the spot now. About a half a car length advantage now as he climbs the hill over turn number 5.
Bilicki held the lead in the last 2 restarts.
Wow.
Sam Mayer got on that front row. He's got it
If
now
they
to turn
win,
number
that's
6.
it.
The top 4 are single file.
They go
The
to
4th in that line
the
is Parker
championship
Kligerman,
series.
who's at the bottom of the playoff line, but he misses turn 7, locks the brakes up. He smokes the tires there, and Mayer gets away with the lead.
Off of turn number 8 now, it is Sam Mayer to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll flash out of the shade into the sunlight, bright sunlight.
laps on this stage left. It's 12 or 20,
3 car
guys.
lengths advantage over Bilicki. 5 back to Chandler Smith.
Chevy versus Toyota into the chicane. Here comes Mayer, makes that left-hand turn on 10, now right at 11, now back to the left on 12, exits onto the banking. 4-car lead in front of Josh Bilicki. Another 6 cars back to Chandler Smith. There's Parker Kligerman in that 4th spot.
Sam Mayer led the first lap. However, he did that by jumping the start over Shane Van Gisbergen, got penalized, and Sam Mayer has clawed his way back to the number 1 spot. 2 car lengths over Josh Bilicki, 2 more back to Chandler Smith, and he's starting to get some heat now from Parker Kligerman.
And don't look now, but here come the colleague
Trouble on the
Chevrolets.
front stretch. Got a pile up right in front of you guys.
1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9 cars involved.
They haven't
Parker
showed it.
Retzlaff. Riley Herbst, the playoff contender, is in this wreck.
Josh Williams looks like he's
Right in
sucked up
right
into
in
this
front
along
of the
with
bleachers.
Anthony Alfredo.
Sheldon
Yep.
Creed has suffered major damage to his car. The front of that car has been punched in. It'll be difficult to
What
see
they
whether or
show
not
it
that
here.
car can continue.
We're under
That could
another
be a
caution, guys,
major
our 4th
disaster.
caution.
We still have 4 cars
Big
left
wreck.
behind. We have the 44 car.
Oh, man.
Brennan Poole is here. Also pulling away from that wreck is Ed Jones. And so a massive pileup, a lot of fluid now being
One of the guys has a
dropped on
hood.
the
He can't even
speedway.
see out his
We
windshield.
see Riley Herbst as they work their way into the chicane. He got together with Anthony Alfredo. Alfredo then stayed on his driver's
I know,
door,
man.
turned Herbst, Then Josh Williams piled in. Also, Ryan Sieg
How
got
did I
into
even
that
see
again
him
with
with the
Parker
hood
Retzlaff,
smashed
but
up
it
over
all
the
was
windshield?
touched off with Anthony Alfredo, and Riley Herbst made contact first in the right-hander of the chicane, and then when they turned back left for the start-finish line, Alfredo
Herbst's
finished
car
the
is
job,
smoking
turned Riley
really
Herbst
bad.
around.
Looks like getting the worst of that is probably going to be Brennan Poole, and Josh Williams has not been able to refire his car, Mark. There's a lot of carnage there.
Sheldon Creed, major impact on the front, but we see now at the end of the wreck, we see a car piling into the back of his car. It might have been Allmendinger. So we'll try to figure out who the rest of those cars were. Let's take a break. We'll come back to Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I'm not taking a break. I'm going to stay here with you guys. Let's see if we can uncover who this is. Let's see. That's Creed. Sheldon Creed is the one that has a lot of damage. He has his hood is like caved over the hood. Looks like he's going into pit. Quite a few guys. Red is meaning that they're going into pit too. I'm not seeing Dinger at the moment. I'm looking. I have the CW up as well as aerial and battle cam. I'm not seeing it right now, Teresa.
Straightaway chicane, still on the racetrack waiting to get taken back to the garage area. Ryan Sieg, Brendan Poole, Josh Williams, and again, playoff contenders Riley Herbst, severe damage. Also, severe damage to Sheldon Creed. They're coming on to pit road right now as, again, Herbst will be the first one to get there. Let's go to Brett McMillan.
Yeah, his crew chief, Davin Restivo, has already put together a strategy to try to cut away as much of the damage. And as he comes to a stop in his pit, I can see a lot of damage on the left side, especially on the left rear where the fuel goes in. They're trying to pound the fuel, basically the sheet metal around the fuel to try to see if they can get that back. They're trying to put some fuel in to make sure that they can do that. And yes, it appears there is fuel going into that car, so they're testing that first. Now they have a lot of work to do, a lot of sheet metal damage on the left rear, on the rear end, on the left front quarter panel. They've gone around to the right side as well. The rear deck lid is in bad shape. A lot of damage to Riley Herbst. They have a saw out. They're cutting away the left front quarter panel, and they're trying to jam down the rear deck lid away. So a lot of work to be done here for a guy trying to survive in the playoffs. Brad Gilly.
It's playoffs, baby.
It's a miracle that Sheldon Creed was able to drive his car back around. His nose, the hood of his car, pretty much center punch. But the one thing that didn't happen, the radiator did not get punctured. In fact, all the way around the racetrack, he was telling his crew chief, Sam McCauley, that, hey, the water temperature is not changing at all. They have a lot of extensive front-end damage, nothing on the back end of the race car. So what they're doing right now, while they're under the DVP clock, they're actually exacting just
build a new car. They probably could.
They want to get him back out there.
I bet you those guys could build a car faster
to do anything else. But for Sheldon Creed, he might be able to continue on in this race, even though the front end of his car completely destroyed. Alan Cavana.
So much discussion right now amongst the Colleague cars and the team and what to do. Let's lay it out there. There's a scenario where two Colleague cars could advance. That would mean one advancing on points, the other having to win the race. But that scenario gets a little messed up depending on which car wins the race and which car maybe doesn't get in on points. So they're discussing it right now with A.J. Allmendinger. Should he stay out right now and maybe collect the points at the end of this stage, or be in the more advantageous position, pitting now, putting themselves in best position to win later? Again, they're thinking as teams, they're thinking as individuals, they're thinking as individual drivers. A lot of discussion right now on what is best and what's best for who especially.
Under this caution, the fourth one of the afternoon, next time by, there will be just 5 laps to go in stage number 2, so a decision is coming up. Need to tell you that today's broadcast is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Now, throughout the week, you got Fast Talk with Doug Rice, the O'Reilly Auto Parts with Pit Reporters with Brett McMillan, PRN's Racing Country at the track with Lenny Baticki, and PRN's Garage Pass. Not only is Progressive Insurance bringing you today's broadcast, but they bring you, of course, Garage Pass each and every day as well, and we appreciate that. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits, go to
fourth caution. It's been under 7 laps.
And apply
we had
online
to pile up
today.
on turn.
We can establish 3 cars that were knocked out there. Others got a lot of damage. Brennan Poole, Ed Jones, Josh Williams. As a result of that crash, they are all done for the day. The green light is winked on, and pit road is going to be busy, and it looks like pretty much all the remaining field has dived onto the pit lane. Let's go to Alan Cavana.
Both Sam Mayer and A.J. Allmendinger make the decision to pit. Clean stop so far on the right side of their cars. A.J. Allmendinger saying the engine temperature a little too hot. They're going to take some tape off that front grille. Over to the left side. Clean stops for both Sam Mayer and A.J. Allmendinger. Brett McMillan.
A.J. Allmendinger.
Josh Bilicki comes in. Also, Eric Almirola is in. Parker Kligerman. All of these drivers getting 4 tires. And Sunoco Race Fuel. Busy pit road down here, Brett McMillan.
4 tires stopped for Shane Van Gisbergen. Same thing for Chandler Smith. No adjustments for him. Jesse Love also has come in. They give a 4-tire change and an air pressure adjustment.
Sam Mayer, the first off of pit road, followed by Eric Almirola, Matt DiBenedetto, A.J. Allmendinger, Josh Bilicki, Chandler Smith, Cole Custer, and Parker Kligerman. We'll update our leaderboard as we get set to go back to green flag action in just a moment here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but we owe our local affiliates a break, so here it is. You're listening to PRN, the
All right, guys. They're knocking it down here. We're just at 35 laps of 67 to go, 15 of 20 on stage 2. Then we'll be on the final stage, ladies and gentlemen. 4 cautions so far in this race. Stage 1 went clean, but stage 2 is where we've ran into problems, unfortunately. Guys are getting a little more aggressive, pushing. Kind of expect it this time. Hey guys, we're at 1 like away from hitting 30. Be sure to hit those like buttons if you have not already. Let's get our goal, hit 30 likes. I'll keep it live with you here. We're at a radio commercial break, so we turn it off. So when they come back live, we'll turn it back on to keep you guys up to date with the best coverage here on YouTube. And let's look at the score. So we can get a score of the Longhorns. No score. It's on a commercial.
Getting down towards the end of the second stage in the Drive for the Cure Xfinity Series cutoff race here on the Roval. Don't forget, tomorrow it's the Bank of America Roval 400. We're on the air at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And Shane Van Gisbergen, as he did today, will lead them to the green flag.
Won 2 poles on the same day. Got the pole for this race we're watching right now, and then went out and backed it up and captured the pole for the Bank of America Roval 400. Let's check in with Brad Gilley.
Doug, most of the drivers on my end of pit road came in. They could actually make it to the end of the race from here, and that is the strategy. But another strategy, we were talking about this earlier, is where you sit in the championship points. And right now, Justin Allgaier came into this one beneath the cut line. His crew chief, Jim Pullman, told him when that caution came out, our focus right now is on stage points. That's all I want you to focus on, is getting as many stage points as you can. Once we get into the end of stage 2 and into stage number 3, I will update you as to where we are. They came in at -7, and they need some big things to happen here today.
Great report there from Brad Gilley, and right now we can tell you the first car below the cutoff line is A.J. Allmendinger. He is at -6, and it's Riley Herbst at -11, but that will fluctuate, and we'll get a better read on that. But, Mark, we're coming up pretty quickly here to stage 3.
And we certainly are as they pass by the start-finish line. We have 4 to go now in this stage, as again we remain under yellow. Time now for an update on our leaderboard, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer Visit your local Bass Pro Shop store or shop online.
Hey guys,
at
we're just one like away
BassPro.com.
from hitting
Your
40 or
adventure
30
starts
likes.
here.
We're at 46
so
people in
Allgaier
here.
is
Be sure to
current
drop
year
that
leader.
like if
Sage
you have
Karam
not
is
already.
second. Leland Honeyman third. Fourth, Jeremy
50
Clements.
now, so
Kyle Sieg fifth.
one more
Connor
like we hit 30
Mozak,
likes,
sixth.
and it
Seventh,
boosts us
Brad Perez.
and defeats
Eighth,
YouTube's
Sam
algorithm.
Mayer.
So I need your
Ninth,
help there,
Eric
guys.
Almirola. By the way, Mayer was the first car off of pit lane, so that's how they'll line up now in the rundown. Mayer 8th, 9th, Almirola, Matt DiBenedetto in 10th.
A.J. Allmendinger is 11th. Josh Bilicki is 12th. Chandler Smith 13th. 14th, Cole Custer. Ryan Sieg is 15th. Parker Kligerman 6th. Or Ryan Sieg is 15th. Parker Kligerman 16th. Shane Van Gisbergen back in 17th. Austin Hill is 18th. Jesse Love scored 19th. And 20th is Sheldon Creed. And that's a heavily damaged race car for Creed.
It sure is. Brandon Jones 21st. Nathan Berg 22nd. 23rd, it's going to be Sammy Smith. Jeb Burton 24th. Austin Green 25th. Alex LeBay 26th. 27th, Preston Pardis. Dawson Cram 28th. 29th, Anthony Alfredo. Riley Herbst in 30th.
Dylan Lupton will be riding 31st. Parker Retzlaff 32nd. Thomas Annunziata will be 33rd. 34th.
Are we going to make it all the way to
Josh
the end of
Williams.
this stage?
Ed Jones is 35th.
4 laps
Brendan
away.
Poole 36th. Blaine Perkins 37th. And out of the race is Ryan Ellis. Right now we have 5 cars being scored out. That's Williams, Ed Jones, Poole, Blaine Perkins, and Ellis.
So again, if you just
5
joined
cars
us
are
on
out.
one of the slowest sections of the racetrack, the exit of the front straightaway chicane, we just had a pileup that officially included 12 cars. It seems lately NASCAR's doing a good job of getting the big multi-car crashes.
And it was odd because the first couple of cars crashed and other people just kept coming in behind them. It was like it took a long time for it to develop, but it put 3 cars out of this event. I think Sheldon Creed's going to be lucky if he can continue.
Doug, he came into this race plus 32 above the cut line, may need every single point. Surely Riley Herbst will. He came in plus 20. And again, those cars heavily damaged. They'll have all they can do just to hold serve at this point, stay on the lead lap.
All right, Pat Patterson, 31 laps to go, 36 down. We're a
31.
little over halfway here, but I don't think we've really lit
Gonna
the
make it,
fuse
guys?
yet.
Oh, no. I think we're a long way from that.
That is right,
Justin
Teresa. Just
Allgaier
one away.
out in front, and that's what he really needs to be right now in that Jarrett Logistics
It
Chevy.
is free.
He's
You're
got
correct.
a really good road course racer right beside him, and that's Sage
Let's
Karam.
go, baby.
So this is not going
Let's
to be
go
any
racing.
kind of cakewalk. And
Pace
of course,
car lights are
right
off.
there behind him, he also has got a
They
couple
should
of hungry
drop it
guys.
out here
Leland Honeyman
shortly.
is also a really good road course racer, and of course Jeremy Clements has won on the road course too. That's the first 2 rows. We're ready to restart.
The Toyota GR Supra Pace car hangs the left. It's on pit road, and they're about to enter the Geico restart zone. Justin Allgaier trying to hold off the IndyCar
4 laps to go on
star,
this
Sage
stage.
Karam, who lines up to his outside. Here they are. Green flag is out. Allgaier gets a great jump on Karam. He'll lead the pack to turn number 1.
A little bit of smoke kicked up. That's from Speedy Dry. Looks like Leland Honeyman's going to jump to the inside and get around Sage Karam to grab that second spot. They'll dice it up, but it's all behind Justin Allgaier, leading the field into turn number 3.
Yeah, a bit of a struggle for Sage Karam on that restart, and he's going to try to gather it back in and try to get that second spot back from Honeyman. Not going to be able to do it off of turn number 4. No rest for the weary for him, though, because Connor Mozak is right there behind him. He has the 4th spot, front 4 with some separation at the crest of the hill.
Mozak with a Trans Am background knows how to get around road courses. He's in 4th, fighting to the back bumper there of Sage Karam up front. Justin Allgaier scooting away as now Connor Mozak takes it 3 wide into turn 7.
And right behind him, it is Sam Mayer. He's coming to the front as Sheldon Creed huffs and puffs his way up the banking or up the hill to turn number 6. Barely under power. I don't think he's going to be able to make it back to the start-finish line. Off of turn number 10, or 9 rather, Justin Allgaier, 20 car lengths the advantage.
Yeah, Justin's got a nice lead into the chicane now.
He is
left
stretching
and back
it
to
out
the right,
now.
turn 11, then back out to the left again. He'll take it up onto the banking. He's got that good 20-car lead as Sam Mayer is going to charge and try to catch up to this group right now as they work between 13 and 14.
Allgaier has driven away from the pack right now. We'll call it a 25-car length lead as they come back in to the front stretch chicane, which is turns
that is right,
16
Teresa. 3
and
wide on this
17.
track. There's not
Riding
much
in
room.
that second spot is going
guys are
to
crazy.
be Leland Honeyman, and he's kind of out of place, Mark. We're at a place in the race where some of the drivers that don't have the fast cars due to pit stop strategy, are going to be listed up in the top 10 and 15.
And we've got just 2 laps to go in this stage, and that's dangerous when you mix fast cars with cars that have spent most of the day in the back of the pack. Let's pick up the leaders again inside the roval.
Mosak's going to grab a spot as Honeyman goes wide, and it looks like going right along with him is Sam Mayer. So give them second and third now as they set up for turn 6.
And as Justin Allgaier scoots away, desperately needing those points. Second is Connor Mosak getting a spot start for Junior Motorsports. His teammate at third is Sam Mayer. He dives to the inside of turn 7. He's looking under Mosak, and Eric Almirola right behind.
Fresher tires, Sam Mayer may have an opportunity to chase down, I should say, Justin Allgaier, as Sheldon Creed stops on the back straightaway right in front of us. He is still rolling, but he is definitely not under power.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed is out of harm's way, though. The field works around to the outside of him. No caution flag yet on the racetrack. Allgaier out in front, climbs the banking here in turn number 13. A very comfortable lead as he makes his way off of 14. The battle for second, third, and fourth rages on. Connor Mosak in second.
It feels like NASCAR may wait till we get to 1 to go here before they throw the yellow flag for the wounded car of Sheldon Creed along the backstretch. Allgaier just crosses the start-finish line. We'll see if this battle continues. Brad Gilley, a quick update on Sheldon.
Sounds like he lost power, and it doesn't sound like he's going to be able to make it back around either, so this should get interesting. Long as he can stay out of harm's way, we'll see if he can at least keep himself out of the way, and it doesn't sound like he's going to be able to.
Caution's on the racetrack. Sheldon Creed's come to a complete stop on the backstretch before the chicane. Caution flag has come out.
They dropped a caution right here, too.
And here's the weird part,
1
Pat,
lap to
just
go.
as the yellow came out, Riley Herbst, his injured race car, barely up to speed, went by, heavily smoking. And again, these are 2 guys that
this
could
damage
have
is catching up to these guys
problems
today.
now, making their way on to the next round after problems here in this cutoff race.
So we'll see how all of this wraps up now, because the field still has to circle around under the yellow to come back and make this an official end to stage 2 here and lap 40, and then we'll only have 27 laps to go. You kept thinking Creed might get back, but finally the car just gave up the ghost halfway down the backstretch.
Doug, it will be Justin Allgaier for him. He'll win this stage.
I think that's 15 stage wins.
15 stage wins. More importantly,
That's
10
crazy.
points. Wow, he could really use that. He scored 8 points in the first. So, Doug, he comes out of these first 2 stages having scored 18 out of a possible 20 points. Could not have gone better the first 2 stages for Justin Allgaier.
Playoff drivers that have scored points here in stage 2 are Justin Allgaier. He wins this stage, finishing third. Will be Sam Mayer. Allmendinger 6th. Shane Van Gisbergen 7th. Everybody else that was in the top 10 are non-playoff contenders.
Again, big for Allgaier, big for Shane Van Gisbergen. And again, as we heard from Alan Cavana, Colleague Racing, you got 2 guys that could win, 2 guys that need the points, 2 guys trying to make their way into the next stage. They have got some major mathematics and strategy to work out.
All right, let's give you the top 10 here in stage number 2, as they will finish it up when they come back to the start-finish line. It'll be Justin Allgaier winning
Allgaier,
it. Connor Mosak second. Third will go to Sam Mayer. Eric Almirola fourth. Leland
There's some
Honeyman
debris
is
on the
fifth.
track,
AJ
too, showing it on the
Allmendinger sixth.
camera here.
Seventh to Shane Van Gisbergen. Chandler Smith is 8th. Sage Karam will be 9th. And 10th will belong to Josh Balicki. And that's the way we'll wrap it up here at the conclusion of stage 2.
That's the conclusion of stage 2, guys. So that's the wrap up you heard there. So we're fixing to start stage 3 once they get these cars off the track. Toyota, let's go places. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 1 like away from hitting 30 likes. One more, I know. They're hanging it over my head today. So, just 1 like away, guys. We're under our 5th caution of the day. 10 laps, 5 cautions for 10 laps. As you can see here, we're at 40 laps completed of 67. So, we're on the final stage. It's going to be stage 3 of 27 laps, guys. It's who's got it now? Let's see. We may want to change our question there. Woo. Did we hit 30? We did hit 30. Awesome. You know what that means? We hit 31. So we keep boosting it, guys. We don't stop. We keep adding to it. That's the beauty of YouTube. The more, the better. The more likes, the more this gets pushed. Got a new poll question in there, so just kind of curious, see where you guys are at. Getting it there, nice, knocking it out of the park. I think we'll hit this next one. 40 is our goal, so be sure to hit that like. We're in between stage 2 and 3, getting ready to start stage 3, guys. They just wrapped up 2, and this is your current winners of that stage is Allgaier, Musek, Mayer, and Almora. So
Charlotte Motor Speedway, Concord, North Carolina. We have wrapped the first 2 stages of this race. 27 laps to go here. The last stage ended under the yellow flag because of the wounded car of Sheldon Creed coming to a stop along the backstretch, and that gives Justin Allgaier the win. Let's check in now with Brett McMillan.
Riley Herbst has gone to the garage area. It appears to be damage to the drive shaft. Now, they did get off the DVP, the damaged vehicle policy, because they did get back to speed. They think they were going to be able to repair it. We'll see, because he came in only 20 points above the cut line. So they're back here. They're going to try to repair the car.
Right now, he's being scored 13 points under the cut line. That could be curtains for moving on in the playoff for Riley Herbst.
Tomorrow
At this
night,
point,
we will be
after
covering
stage
the
2,
Dodgers here, guys.
Shane Van Gisbergen below the cut line, -1. Sam Mayer, -5. -13, Riley Herbst, -25, Parker Kligerman. Just above the cut line was Sheldon Creed at +1, but he's going to be dropping. Van Gisbergen will go up, so it looks like Creed is probably going to miss the cut. But +11 was the 2 car.
So Cleveland did win it.
Jesse Love.
And it's going to be really tight here with Sam Mayer in the mix. Riley Herbst, I don't think, can rally to get back into this. Shane Van Gisbergen's going to be right on the cusp. The best thing that he has going for him is the guy that's 1 point above him right now,
so
has a heavily damaged race
Yankees,
car, and Shane Van Gisbergen's riding around in 7th.
I got to believe for Sheldon Creed,
we
might not see him again this afternoon.
Well, I think that car's done because he's headed to the garage with heavy damage. For that, tough break there for the guy that tried to make a run at winning a championship this year. Hasn't won a race, had a boatload of second-place finishes for Sheldon Creed. But, Mark, we've still got a lot of race left to go here.
Sheldon Creed, Doug, 6 runner-ups this year, 13 for his career. He owns the record for second-place finishes on the Xfinity Series without yet winning a race. Dale Jarrett used to have the record. It took him 10 tries before he got there. Then he did it more than once.
You'd think DJ was happy that that record got broken.
Oh, you got to believe, get that one out of the way.
Yeah, you don't want to have to own that one.
33,
here. So,
7 likes
that's
away
the
from
way they
hitting
set up here right now. We'll give you a quick
guys.
rundown.
Keep those likes coming in. I appreciate those likes. Thank you guys so much for stopping
Sam
in
Mayer,
today.
4th, Eric Almirola. Leland Honeyman is 5th. A.J. Allmendinger, 6th. Shane Van Gisbergen, 7th. 8th, Chandler Smith. Sage Karam, 9th. 10th, Josh Balicki.
Jeremy Clements, 11th. 12th, Parker Kligerman. Matt DiBenedetto, 13th. 14th, Jesse Love. Austin Hill, 15th. 16th, it's Sammy Smith. Austin Green, 17th. 18th, Cole Custer. Jeb Burt, 19th. 20th, Brandon Jones.
Alex LeBay, 21st. 22nd,
LeBay.
Parker Retzlaff. Preston Pardis is 23rd. Dawson Cram, 24th. Thomas Annunziata, 25th. 26th is going to be Nathan Bird. Kelvin Sieg is going to be 20.
Kyle
Sieg.
I like Kelvin better. Maybe we can talk to his mom.
We have a lot of Kyles.
He got talking too
Kyle
fast.
Sieg is 27. 28th is going to be Lumpton, and then it'll be Brad Perez riding 29th, and 30th will be Ryan Sieg.
And then in 31st, it'll be Anthony Alfredo. And off
Fast
the
pasta,
racetrack
baby.
now scored 32nd, Riley Herbst. 33rd, out of the race, Sheldon Creed. That's where he will wind up today. Then you have Josh Williams, 34th. Ed Jones, 35th. 36th, Brennan Poole. Also out, Blaine Perkins will get credit for 37th, Ryan Ellis for 38th. And that leaderboard was brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at progressive.com.
As Mark told you a moment ago, reminder, we're back on the air tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern with the Bank of America Roval 400 pre-race show. Shane Van Gisbergen on the pole for that one, and of course that's a huge race in the grand scheme of things. Down to Brad Gilly.
Justin Allgaier stayed out during that last long caution and paid off. They won the stage. It's helped him a lot in points. He was happy with the last adjustment on his car, so this time Jim Pullman said we're not going to do anything. Just 4 tires, Sunoco race fuel.
Sunoco racing fuel, guys.
A long piece of tape to actually help a little bit with his visibility.
So Justin Allgaier took the gamble, won the stage, got 10 points, 18 out of 20 this afternoon.
42 of 67, they're chipping away.
Into the next round, the round of 8 for the Xfinity Series.
We haven't officially started stage 3 yet.
It has been a rough 5 or 6
laps, so
lately for Justin Allgaier. Bristol lost the regular season championship with a big lead going in, so he needs to stay out of trouble right
They
now.
have windows and doors, seats too. They sure do.
He has improved his position, but he's still not above the cut line. He's -8 right now, and Sam Mayer is -3. Shane Van Gisbergen is +3. But we'll see how all of this shapes out. We've still got some
5 cautions
settling
today
of the dust to do, and then,
2 stages.
We got to go race.
We can start the
At
final
this
stage,
point, Doug,
stage 3.
Again, these guys who did not pit this time, they don't want to have to pit again. They're going to try to hold this track position, try to win the race or finish up front and get the points.
We'll check in with our pit reporters here shortly.
40 likes at our goal, 34 just rolled up. So 6 likes to hit the goal, 40. We keep boosting it up, guys. So smash the like button if you have not already.
Do you have to come back in? Can you nurse this to get to the finish? I guess a lot of that depends on how many cautions we have between now and then.
That could be it. Or maybe they're getting on this beautiful day just such great gas mileage that they don't have.
It's been a nice day here. I mean, I compare this, I think, with the second year we ran the Roval here in the Xfinity Day, and they ran in a monsoon. It was cool to watch.
It was one of the most amazing races. A.J. Allmendinger wins it. The infield, because it wasn't lit up, was practically dark. I mean, they're running out there. It was an amazing race. The Xfinity Series drivers on wet weather tires, the rain coming down, puddles all over the racetrack, did an amazing job that day.
All right, by the way, keep in mind, if you want to come out here to Charlotte tomorrow, tickets available to the Bank of America Roval 400.
Bank of America
tickets
Roval,
also
guys.
Available for all the events next weekend.
Let's go
Las
Boogie.
Vegas Motor Speedway. Check out LasVegasMotorspeedway.com. Right now, let's check in with Brett McMillan.
Riley Herb's car is still back here in the garage area. He is still sitting in the car with the window netting up. The crew is basically tearing apart a lot of this car. Most of the rear end of the car is
getting back
gone.
in, guys?
The
What do
rear
you
deck
think?
lid is gone. They're trying to replace the drive shaft. Also doing a lot of work up under the front end of that car. They've cut away part of the front end, especially the front end, the left front fender. They already cut that away, so they're doing some work on the right side of the car as well. But he continues to sit in the car. Once again, he came in 20 points above the cut line. They will try to salvage as many points as they
270,
possibly
30 more
can
to
keep
hit.
them in the playoffs.
Toyota Supra
53,
GR pulls onto the pit lane here, and we are into the Geico restart zone, ready to go racing again.
Let's
the
go
drive
racing,
for the
guys.
Pure 250.
We've got 24 laps to go. We're in the third and final stage of this
24 to go.
cutoff race on the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway as they work their way through the Geico
Work that
restart zone.
magic.
Green flag
That
is back
Sunoco
out.
racing
Sam
fuel
Mayer,
magic.
Connor Mozak dive into turn number 1.
Turn number 1 completely covered in
turn
shade
number
as
1.
the sun starts to set on this Saturday. It's Connor Mozak with a strong run out of turn number 2. He'll have the race lead. Allmendinger, Sam Mayer going wheel to wheel for that second spot.
50 in here. That's right. Let's keep it up.
It's Allmendinger to
Let's
the
go,
right of the
baby.
racetrack. They are not giving him any room whatsoever. As a result, Allmendinger wiggles just a little bit, allowing Mayer to grab that spot back.
Bob and weave. Shake and bake, guys.
And you know Allmendinger's going to fight back down the hill into turn 6. He looks to the inside there, that sweeping right-hander, but who's in front? How about a guy with limited experience, Connor Mozak.
Connor Mozak. How about that?
Gisbergen takes 5th place. Eric Almirola too wide.
Connor Mozak leads off turn number 8, climbs to the top of the 24 degrees that constitute the banking of the south end of this racetrack. Off of turn number 9, smoke from the left, pouring from the left front of the car of Connor Mozak. No real indication whether or not that might be an indication of problems.
Mozak now works it into turn number 10, over to the right side of number 11, and now he'll make the exit out of 12 and onto the banking right behind him, and breathing hard down his neck as they work their way through 13 and 14 and Sam Mayer. Then there's A.J. Allmendinger.
They roll
A.J.
back
Allmendinger
into the front stretch chicane here. The leader's still going to be Connor Mozak. He is getting heat from Sam Mayer. Mayer touches him. Mozak keeps it in a straight line. Riding in third is A.J. Allmendinger. Shane Van Gisbergen rounds out
baby.
the top four.
Feels like Mayer wants to get around Mozak as quick as possible because he knows who runs in third and fourth. That's Allmendinger.
Allmendinger in
They
fourth.
watch Sam Mayer continue to stalk Mozak as they all exit
Allmendinger's in
three.
third now. There's maybe changing. This is just a second behind that broadcast.
At the far end of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Connor Mozak continues with a 3-car length advantage over Sam Mayer. A.J. Allmendinger gives chase off at turn number 5.
The sun was just in his eyes. Now he's in the shade down the hill into turn 6. Mozak, a conservative line, right up to his rear bumper, Sam Mayer. Let's see how they do in the braking zone. Mayer brakes late, takes the corner a little bit wide, smokes his tires, looks to the inside of the leader, but Mozak holds it.
Allmendinger had pulled alongside Sam Mayer at the initial restart, but once Mayer got that second position, for the moment it's Allmendinger content seemingly to ride in that third position. It's 15 car lengths back to the fourth place car of SVG.
First, second, third, all locked together into turn number 10. That's to the left. Now back to the right in 11. Back to the left in
On
12.
stage, the Blue Turtles. Those Blue Turtles are getting some air off of those Blue Turtles.
Into 13. Car length separation about 4 to 5 car lengths per spot.
Chandler Smith, who came into the race 64 points above the cut line. NASCAR has now scored him as advancing. He has clinched a spot in the round of 8. Meanwhile, leaders across the start-finish line. 22 laps to go as they head back to turn 1.
Boy, give Connor Mozak a lot of credit. He's got 3 really good road racers on his heels, and he has not buckled under the pressure. Mayer continues to put the heat on as they bend their way to the left-hander of turn number 2. Mayer still there in 3.
Almirola loses another spot. He's back to 6th now, and Parker Kligerman giving chase on him at the setup of turn number 4. They are nose to tail. Back up front, Mozak with about a 2-car length advantage over the car of Sam Mayer at the exit of turn 5.
With 22 laps to go and
22 to go, baby.
That we know of. Sam Mayer knows he probably needs to win to advance.
27.
He looks to the inside of his teammate. Now he squares him up at turn number 7. Looks to the outside of him. Now digs inside again, but Mozak with the preferred line.
After getting a penalty on the initial start of this race and taking the lead, it appeared that Sam Mayer may have just sealed his own fate, but he's battled his way back through the field. He'll lead off turn number 9. Just a car length advantage over Connor Mozak.
Got 2 cars around here at turn number 7. Eric Almirola just went from the top 10 all the way to the back of the pack, and as he was getting his car righted, the damaged machine of Jeremy Clements.
No cautions. They're able to keep their cars going. They just spun around.
We watch the front bunch here. Sam Mayer out in front. Connor Mozak in that second spot. A.J. Allmendinger races third. Then there's SVG.
Now let's go down to the pit lane. We'll first check in with Alan Cavana.
We're here at the Infield Care Center just waiting on Sheldon Creed to come out and be available for an interview. We'll get back to you in a second.
And Brad Gilley, I know you had a quick update on fuel mileage.
Yeah, the fuel window here is 35 laps, and among those drivers that pitted during that big caution, they actually pitted with 32 to go, so they're good to go to the end. The drivers that pitted at the stage 2 break, plenty of Sunoco fuel to go to the end.
Sunoco racing fuel.
Extra should we need it at the end of this race.
Leaders are back in front of Mark James.
And business is picking up from about second on back. That's A.J. Allmendinger, that's FVG, and it's also the 81 machine of Chandler Smith. All giving chase as the leader, Sam Mayer, starts to pull away.
And Mayer took the lead.
Sam Mayer, is he going to take it, guys?
Connor Mozak at second. They're at turn 7 now, into the shade. Allmendinger gives a little bumper music to Mozak, gets his car out of shape. Right behind Allmendinger in 4th is Shane Van Gisbergen.
Well, Sam Mayer's loving the fact that Connor Mozak is holding up the parade behind him. It is Allmendinger off turn number 9, about 3 car lengths back. Another 3 back to the car of Shane Van Gisbergen, and then 3 more back to Chandler Smith.
Here's the leader now with about a 4-car lead into turn 10. That's the chicane. Back to the right in 11 and back to 12. Enters onto the banking. He's got a good 10 to 12 car length lead over Connor Mozak. A.J. Allmendinger 4 spots back in that 3rd position.
So the top 5 cars have broken away from Parker Kligerman, who rides in 6th, and then you go back 2 more to Austin Hill. Let's go down now to Alan Cavana.
And Sheldon Creed is out of the care center. Just has to wait to see how the points play out. What happened out there on the track and what ultimately went wrong with the car?
Yeah, I mean, I had to go to the back because my transmission locked itself into 2nd gear. And then it looked like the replay I see in the 5 and the 98 just running into each other that caused the crash. And then, yeah, they started stacking up, and I stopped right at the crash. And then whoever was behind me just
4 more
piled me in there
likes to
even
hit
further,
40
and I think
likes,
that's what actually
guys.
broke the radiator. So, I mean, I don't know what to do. It was out of my control.
How tough is this wait for you?
It's out of my control. So, I mean, it's obviously very frustrating if we don't get to move on this way, but I don't know.
All right, Sheldon Creed out, but having to wait and see what happens
Sheldon
next.
Creed,
guys.
there, guys.
While you were interviewing him, Sheldon Creed dropped from 8th down to 9th at -1, and he's going to continue to fall here as more cars pick up spots around him.
Now, Justin Allgaier on the racetrack right now is 1 point below the cut line, and he's currently in the 14th spot, so it looks like it's going to be really kind of neat what happens down there at the bottom. He's obviously going to get past Sheldon Creed, but he's still got a little bit of work to do.
Looks like we got a lot of drama here left for these cutoff spots because there's not a lot of points separating them. Sam Mayer looks really solid right now. He's pulled out to about a 10-car length lead, but that battle back here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is pretty ferocious. 19 laps to go here.
19 to go.
Drive for the Cure.
Who's going to take it, guys? Let us know in chat who you think's going to win.
Coke Zero.
Here, let me mute that so you guys don't have to hear that. Let us know. 3 likes from 40. We got it, baby. We're going to hit 40. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost at 40 likes. 43 people in here, 40 likes. We'll take it. Sam Mayer stretching his lead out. AJ Allmendinger's in 2nd. Connor Mozak is in 3rd. Sunoco Racing Fuel. Bum, bum. All right, guys, we're counting it down here. Where's lap 8 of 27?
19 laps to go. Our top 5 look like this. Sam Mayer, A.J. Allmendinger, Connor Mozak, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Chandler Smith.
16 cars winning. AJ, think AJ's going to win it? You can see our leaders below down here. Or it's actually over here. That's the lap leaders. And AJ's led most of the race, believe it or not. He's led 18 of the laps. Mayer only led 5. Teresa, you're going to go with Kenneth as well. Hey, the radio's at a mute for a minute because they are at a commercial break right now. So Sam Mayer is in the lead. He's got over a minute lead right now currently. All right, they're coming back.
The damaged car of Riley Herbst re-entered the race, but as soon as he comes back out, he's got to do a pass-through penalty because he sped on the pit road when he came in before they took the car in for service.
You want to know what he said when he heard that? Oh, come on.
Really? Not enough that I'm already 10 laps down? We've got our Shane Van Gisbergen's moved
good.
to 3rd.
You got it.
He got around Chandler Smith and Connor Mozak in a pretty contested event there. So, Mark, the 3 people up front, Mayer, who won this race last year, Allmendinger, who's won it 4 times, and Shane Van Gisbergen with 3 road course wins on the season. We shouldn't be surprised by any one of those 3.
Van Gisbergen right now, Doug, is right there on the bubble, +3. +15 is Jesse Love, +16 is A.J. Allmendinger, +21 Cole Custer. And look at Justin Allgaier in the 14th spot, Doug. Justin Allgaier is 3 points behind the cut line, but he's 14th. He's going to move up a whole lot more than just 3 spots and 3 points. Could be a problem for Shane Van Gisbergen.
Well, it could be unless Shane Van Gisbergen goes up and wins the race.
Looks like Lupton,
and they may communicate
Lupton
like,
has
man,
a
all
flat.
coming. He's going to get more points.
He's going to have to go in the pit.
So what did they tell AJ Allmendinger?
Sparking really bad.
If he's in on points and Gisbergen has to win the race, I'm just saying.
AJ, play nice.
I don't know.
We've seen this in Formula One.
AJ hasn't won. Don't say
One.
Formula One and NASCAR in the same breath. All right, let's check in with Alan Cavana.
Look, Doug, they are referencing those scenarios right now on the radio, trying to go through as many different scenarios as they can. Right now, as the points run, SVG is in, AJ Allmendinger is as well, but Sam Mayer is kind of ruining the plan by being in position to get the win and also advance. They told AJ Allmendinger the best thing for Team Colleague right now is to go past that number 1 car of Sam Mayer and get him out of the way. Wow. And that'll give a little bit of a buffer to both Colleague cars. What's interesting about the number 1 car of Sam Mayer, I was talking to his crew chief, Marty Lindley, earlier today. Remember, Sam Mayer won this race last year, and he came into today in a hole, but I said, you gotta have some confidence, right? You came in, you won this race last year. They said, yeah, that was a bit different because AJ Allmendinger and Shane Van Gisbergen were not in the race, and those are the 2 cars pursuing Sam Mayer right now.
How about this, Doug? Could Junior Motorsports 2 weeks in a row take the man last in the playoff points, win the race, and leapfrog into the next round? Did it last week with Sammy Smith, could do it again this week with Sam Mayer. And Doug, as I look at this, again, I think Shane Van Gisbergen +2 to the cut line could be in real trouble if Justin Allgaier, who has now moved to 13th, Allgaier moves in the top 10. You know, I can see him, passing some of these guys up here. And that, I see things being in a really rough spot at some point here, maybe, for SVG, despite the solid afternoon he's had so far.
Let's pick up the 3 lead cars here. It's Sam Mayer, AJ Allmendinger. SVG's about 3 car lengths off of Allmendinger for second.
Yeah, I don't know if Allmendinger is necessarily catching Sam Mayer, but there is no doubt that it is tightening up for second as Shane Van Gisbergen has cracked the whip, and he is starting to run down A.J. Allmendinger. Mark, they're only separated by 2 car lengths.
These 3 started up front, but some bobbles early on by Mayer and SVG kind of changed their fortunes early in the race. It's been a long haul to get back into contention. There is no question. They're all but nose to tail the battle for second at the crest of the hill.
As Mayer pulls away in turn 6, down the hill they go. 6th place. He's not giving way to his teammate Van Gisbergen, but Van Gisbergen under him at turn 7 and a roundabout exit outbreaks him and takes that 2nd spot.
Allmendinger's car has faded somewhat the last several laps. He had been narrowing the margin between himself and Sam Mayer. Now it's a good distance. It's probably 30 car lengths back to the new 2nd place man. That's Shane Van Gisbergen.
Sam Mayer makes that left-hand corner into the chicane. Back
15
to
go.
Right, now, back
15
to
laps to go.
He's got 2 of the world's best right behind him, but they're a good 25 cars back as they enter turn 13 now. Midway through 13 and 14, Sam Mayer leads off of turn number 14.
Thomas Annunziata has crashed. The yellow flag
Oh, man,
comes
we have
out,
a yellow,
and
another
it is the
yellow,
6th of
the
afternoon
6th
here in
yellow
the drive
flag
for the
tonight,
Cure
or
Xfinity
today.
Series cutoff race. And right now,
Wow.
it's a great time to pause 10 seconds for
We're going to pause you. All righty. He crashed into the barrier, so this should be a quick pickup, I would think. The truck is already there. Maybe they can get him quick.
We've watched the replay. He barely touched the brakes before he got in there. Maybe
another caution.
50 feet before he got to the barrier is before Annunziata got onto the brakes there and shoved the number 35 pretty hard into the tire barrier.
Look, I think he missed the braking zone by only a couple hundred yards.
It was not a good. It was not a good landing for Thomas Annunziata there, and that's going to set up.
Yellow's out now.
Late
Give some shout outs to your friends.
Here.
Absolutely.
It takes a long time for
hey
him to run
guys,
a lap under caution, so we'll see where
on
we
the
are
go
when
with
we
CeeLo
restart.
is another good friend of mine. He is also covering this race as well.
At Bass Pro Shops,
we'll mute that. We have Football Nation, a great streamer, and Mario is his name. He streams a lot of football, NFL football. I highly recommend his channel as well. There's several channels here. I don't have all their links ready right now, but I do want to do this, so too. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Thank you guys so much for stopping in and watching my content today. I want to thank you, everybody that stopped in, clicked on this stream today, and you guys mean the world to me. Just clicking on here, being here for me today. So let's move this around here. Absolutely. Kenneth, I appreciate you stopping in, my mod today. You're amazing. You're here almost every time I go live, man. You're here every time. I can't think of the last time I've been live. You've been in, man. You're a trooper. I appreciate you so much. So thank you guys. Everybody that clicked like today, we're almost at 40 likes. We will hit it. So this video will be up on VOD. So it'll come there where you guys smash that like button. We're at the mute right now because we're at a wreck. We're under our 6th caution for 13 laps. I'm new and I'm loud. Sorry. I love it, Teresa. We love it. I love the interaction. Those likes help the stream. So the more likes, the better. Kenneth is posting some of the links here in chat, some of our friends on YouTube. So be sure to drop them subs as well, guys. We have 13 of 27 laps to go on this race. We're on lap 13 of 27. This final stage, this race is under its 6th caution. We're on 13 laps of caution for this race today. 67 laps. Currently on lap 54. So what a race. Rhino's channel's in chat. Be sure to drop him a like as well, guys. And I love each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in here. Hey, focus on me for a second. Thank you. You guys are amazing. So let's go, baby. Let's go racing.
At Charlotte Motor Speedway on the Roval. We're under the 6th yellow flag. When they come by the next time, 12 laps to go. Right now, Shane Van Gisbergen, +2 above the cut line, 2 below it, Justin Allgaier. I think that could be, Doug, a really interesting point there towards the end of this race. If Van Gisbergen doesn't win it, there's a good chance that Allgaier might be able to sneak by him in the points.
It's going to be curious to see how this finishes up because I think you're right, Mark. Because I feel like, I don't know, I'm like you. I think Allgaier can find a couple of more spots.
He's 12th.
Yeah.
Can he pass Balicki, Smith, Love, Kligerman? Yeah. Austin Green? Yes, I think so.
I think he could find 3 more spots, and that would take care of his part of the business for Shane Van Gisbergen to make the playoffs. Then he's forced into a must-win situation.
Because he's in the points, Doug, now frozen in the 2nd spot, right? He can't pick up anymore. He's got to win the race at this particular point. And what a deal wouldn't it be for Sam Mayer? Like Sammy Smith last week, nothing really going right most of the season, quite frankly, for that team over at Junior Motorsports. And look at Mayer. 3 top 10s the last 13 races. Opened the playoff by finishing 13th at Kansas, 38th at Talladega.
Well, Teresa, that is amazing. I appreciate that.
And again,
Thank
like
you so
Smith,
much.
hit the home run
You do like
that
the
moves him into the
screens.
round of 8. 2 weeks in a
That
row.
makes this stream so much better. Just know that you like that.
Be that for Junior Motorsports.
And I like the fact that
I've really put in a lot of effort in trying to develop and make this stream look better for you guys and make it the best viewing experience. That makes me feel so much better. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Take a quick private moment here, Mark, and thank you and all the rest of the PRN team members who came down to the media center earlier today. This will be my last race weekend broadcasting here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's not without mixed feelings.
Awesome.
As
Thank
I'm
you.
riding off to retirement. And
good to
Marcus
hear.
Smith and Jeff Gordon and Greg Walter, the president and GM of the Speedway, recognized me by giving me the Bruton Smith Award, which is the trophy they give to the winning driver here for the Coca-Cola 600. The trophy for the Roval is a little bit different, and it's the actual metal cast trophy. It's almost too heavy for me to carry around.
A tornado will not take that away out of your man cave.
You could weight that down. Thanks a lot to Marcus and all those guys. Let's check in. Let's check in on pit road now with Alan Cavana.
An easy decision for Sam Mayer and crew. They said they wanted to be on offense. That means the best tires possible. The right side is done. They're on around to the left. Not such an easy decision for AJ.
Them guns are going crazy.
They do decide to pit 4 tires for the 16 car. Brad Gilly?
Playoffs drivers Justin Allgaier, 4 tires in Sunoco. Also Parker Kligerman. Connor Mozak comes in from the top 5. He gets 4 tires in Sunoco.
After much debate, Shane Van Gisbergen decided to stay out and take the lead. Chandler Smith came in.
SVG.
He's getting a 4-tire change and a chassis adjustment and a full tank of Sunoco fuel.
Wow. That's
a
big time decision right there. A big
that's a
time decision. Also staying out, as we look out on the racetrack behind Van Gisbergen, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 7 or 8 cars before you get to the cars coming off the pit lane.
He's got a buffer, Mark. He
does.
Mark James, how
Vader,
many cars do you
Darth
get back
Vader.
to A.J. Allmendinger? Is that like 9 or 10? It looks like.
They keep
Sam
coming.
Mayer.
That's the biggest one that sticks in my head.
They're starting to work their way now around the 43 machine off of turn number 3. Yeah, it looks like about 8 cars now, Doug, as they tuck in behind the pace car and they start to climb the hill.
I would be nervous about this. I'm still nervous about it, but at least you've got a buffer of some cars that those guys that stopped and got tires have to get around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa.
Wow, big gamble. Let's go down to O'Reilly Auto Parts pit reporter Brett McMillan.
All right, here with Kevin Walter, crew chief for SVG. What was the thinking in staying out?
SVG, baby.
Thinking was, I think we got the guy for the job, so put him out front and let him do the work. I think we got a car that is capable of winning. Put him in the position to do it.
How much are you guys
Yours
keeping
there.
an eye on points and making a decision?
I mean, we're keeping an eye on it, but I mean, if we win, we ain't got to worry about the points, right?
Exactly right. That's Kevin Walter, SVG's crew chief.
Listen, Kenny Rogers, know when to hold him.
Simon
This is a
Sinister,
big play.
of
This
course.
is all in.
Yeah.
Yes,
This
it
is
is.
at the poker table,
Yes,
and
it
I'm just
is.
taking the
A
chips
poker
and shoving them
table.
to the middle.
And what
Crazy
this
hand
does
of poker.
right now at this point, Doug, they are showing Van Gisbergen above the cut line, obviously, but it shows Allgaier 1 point below it to Sheldon Creed, who's out of the race. So Allgaier
man.
might find himself in a pretty good spot. For more updates, let's go down to pit road and our other O'Reilly Auto Parts pit reporter, Alan Cavana.
I have the president of Colleague Racing trying to get 2 cars to advance. One pitted, one didn't. AJ Allmendinger's decision was late. What's the scenario here for both your cars?
Well, the point situation determined AJ's deal, right? Now, SVG has got to pretty much win. He saved a lot of tires sitting there waiting, and he's probably the best, like in that situation. So, hey, we just got to try to get these 2 guys to the next round. We didn't do a good job the first 2 races. That's on us, and we knew coming here that we had to win, and we're here to win.
All right, they're trying to get it all, the win and advancing 2 cars.
So, again, SVG is going to lead them to the green flag. And to his
SVG,
inside,
can he hold it?
I believe that is going to be Austin Green. So we'll have to see how things will line up. And Pat Patterson, have you got a good read on some of those guys up front?
Yeah, Austin Green is up here, and he's a good road racer, proud of Owensboro, Kentucky. He'll go side by side with SVG. That 50 car on the inside there, that is Preston Partis, also a really good racer as we head back for a restart.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty good at going left and right. Is Preston
Left
Partis in
and
the number
right.
50 machine. And Jesse Love is up in this mix as we go into the Geico restart zone through the chicane.
Here we go.
The hard
They're
turn
getting ready
back
to
onto the
start.
front
We'll
stretch.
have a green.
Shane Van Gisbergen gets the jump here as expected.
SVG.
The battle is going to be for the runner-up spot with Austin Green.
Yeah, it's a monster jump for Van Gisbergen as Sam Mayer further back, already trying to make it 3 wide, trying to get to the 5th position.
Let's go racing, guys.
Chase
Boogity,
after Shane
boogie,
Van
boogie.
Gisbergen leading him into turn 3.
Yeah, Sam Mayer wouldn't have liked my math. I said 8 cars. It's actually 5, and he is trying to make quick work of those cars. Not able to do anything just yet as Shane Van Gisbergen pulls out to about a 4-car length advantage off of turn number 5.
And Jesse Love has slid into the second spot around Austin Green.
Buddy Love, baby.
Fourth position is Parker Kligerman as Shane Van Gisbergen goes into turn 6, tiptoeing away from the field. Now battle for fourth. It's Sam Mayer trying to look to the inside of Parker Kligerman. Kligerman to the inside of Austin Green for third.
Well, Sam Mayer really needs to force the issue if he's going to have a shot at SVG, because SVG off of turn number
2
8
car,
has a
number 2
car length advantage. It is second now to Jesse Love. He's being pursued by Parker Kligerman, who rides in the third position as they head to the left-hander at turn 10.
Here comes the leader into turn 10. Shane Van Gisbergen works back to the right now on 11. We'll let the car drift inside on 12. Now drives it hard.
SVG's getting a little bit of a stretch on him.
Out in front now by about 25 car lengths. Parker Kligerman challenging for that second spot. He'll go to work with Jesse Love.
Parker Kligerman swings to the outside of Jesse Love. He will take the runner-up spot as they dive into the chicane. Shane Van Gisbergen continues to lead. Let's call it 7 car lengths. Then it's Kligerman, Jesse Love, and Sam Mayer rides in fourth.
Sam Mayer has those fresh Goodyear tires.
Got them stacked up right here in front of you guys in the front stretch.
That's Connor Mozak.
Oh,
also
man, yeah, they
Anthony
did have a big
Alfredo.
stack
They
up.
get the car spun
Doesn't
around.
look like we'll have a
NASCAR
caution.
is holding the yellow flag.
They're holding
Everybody is back and running,
Everybody's
and
back
we're
and
still
running.
under green. Let's pick up the leaders.
Sam Mayer has now grabbed the third spot, and he is on a rail. He's on the charts to set up at turn number 5. And SVG, I'll tell you what, Doug, that car is a handful. He almost lost it at the entrance to turn number 5.
And he is holding back for sure. The top 3 cars in the field right now. Van Gisbergen, Kligerman, Mayer, they basically have to win to advance. And Van Gisbergen's up front has smoking tires behind him in the back of the top 5.
We're just about to find out how much 4 fresh tires
SVG fans in chat.
Because Kligerman now has SVG clearly in his gun sights, just about half a dozen car lengths back.
Parker Kligerman
10 to go, 10 laps to go.
Shane Van Gisbergen into number 10 right now, right side over to 11, exit 12 onto the banking. Kligerman has cut a 20-car lead down to about 10 cars now as they're midway through 13 and 14, headed to turn 15.
Kligerman out of the turn and to turn 15 here. That's the front stretch chicane, and that is a hard right-hand turn when you exit that. Shane Van Gisbergen with the lead, but Kligerman has cut it down to almost a single car length, trying to chase him down in one.
Where has he come from? I don't feel like we've talked about Parker Kligerman all day long. He's going to lose that ride at the end of the year, but he is all over Shane Van Gisbergen. Mark, they're separated by a car length as they arc it into turn 3.
Parker.
And again, if there's any
He's
place
giving him a run for his money.
It's going to be up the bank, off that little bit of banking at the apex of turn number 5. We'll see if it goes away on SVG here. Parker Kligerman right in the tire track. The car does move around just a little bit. Going to try to get to the inside and enter to turn 6.
Kligerman's been aggressive all day, smoking tires in this section of the track. He gets right in the tire track to Shane Van Gisbergen.
Let's do it, baby.
He's to his inside at turn number 7. Move car 48 to the lead. Will Van Gisbergen cross him over? He hasn't yet.
Parker Kligerman qualified outside the top 20. He and his team very disappointed with his starting position, but he immediately began to move his way forward, worked his way to the top 10.
9 to go, 9 to go.
In about the 8th position. His advantage over SVG now 2 car lengths into turn number 10.
Here comes new leader Parker Kligerman into turn number 10, makes that left-hand turn, and is Shane Van Gisbergen right on his bumper. Kligerman now pulls away by about 2 car lengths up on turn 13.
Oh, he got him.
The racetrack is where he runs his car down to 14 and down to 15.
And that orange and
Parker's
white
giving
car,
Shane
how
a
about
run
this
for his
the
money.
carrot for Parker Kligerman to chase? It's his 118th Xfinity Series race. He's yet to win. A victory would put him in the playoff. It would also be the first one in his career. We have just 8 laps to go.
And here comes the fresh tire brigade of Sam Mayer and A.J. Allmendinger. Mayer got around Shane Van Gisbergen on the front straightaway. Now Van Gisbergen has to hold off A.J. Allmendinger into turn 3.
Sam Mayer looked awfully strong into the chicane. He was able to get off a little bit quicker now, and he makes a clean exit off of turn number 2. Drops back to about 5 car lengths. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger as SVG says, my tires are gone. He moves over and lets A.J. Allmendinger set sail for turn 6.
SVG's in 4th, Allmendinger 3rd.
Mayer's pushing up there. Is Mayer going to get back in the lead?
Mayer. The leader's Parker Kligerman. He brings him into turn number 7, takes it conservatively, but spins his tires a bit as Mayer stays back a car length.
Off turn 8, Parker Kligerman gets a good run up the hill. He's extended his advantage over Mayer. It's growing by leaps and bounds off turn number 9. It's about 15 car lengths heading to the chicane.
Parker Kligerman has got to be perfect into turn number 10 now. Makes that left-hand corner over to the right, smokes the tires just a little bit, has a good 5-car separation now as he exits 12 onto the banking over in turn 13. 4 cars separate second, third, and fourth, and it's a long way back to the 5th place runner.
8 laps to go. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and see if
AJ, who's going to get this, guys? We're right here. 8 to go. Fixing to be 7. 7 laps. Who's going to take it? Hey, guys, if you're first time on the stream, be sure to drop that like on the stream, guys. We're almost at our goal. We need 4 more. 4 more to hit 40 likes. 4 more. Can we hit that at the end of this stage? O'Reilly's Auto Parts. They're at a radio break right now, so I've got the radio muted so you guys don't have to hear all these commercials. We're going to stay in live. We got Parker Kligerman is still in the lead, guys. If you want to watch video of this, this is on the CW network. Also, too, on NASCAR.com, you can bring up the aerial and battle cam cars and in-car cam footage. 7 laps to go. Who's going to take it?
By Progressive Insurance, Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save.
One place. Bundle and save.
Parker Kligerman has a 0.7 of a second lead here in the closing laps of the Drive for the Cure 250. This is PRN, the performance.
And they're back to commercial break. I've got you guys here. About to be 6 to go. That's right, guys. Tell your friends. 4 more likes. We need 4 more likes on the stream. We got 57 people in here. 57. Let's smash that like button, guys. They're coming down, fixing to cross the finish line. We're about to be 6 laps to go. We're 6 to go, guys. 6 laps to go. There we go. 3 to go, guys. 3 more to go. Rock on, baby. Who will take it? 2 to go now. 2 to go. 38 likes.
When they come back to the start-finish line, there'll be 5 laps to go.
Just 5 to go, man. 5 to go. 1 light to go. You guys rock.
Here at Charlotte Motor Speedway on the Roval, and we're now going commercial-free to the checkered flag, brought to you by Toyota. For the latest Toyota racing information,
and there we go. 40 likes. You guys rock.
Looking for a big day for the big machine car of Parker Kligerman, but Sam Mayer looms a single car length back with 5 laps to go.
AJ, SVG, Austin Hill.
Top
5.
This is why the drama of the playoffs is so good. Not just a battle for the win, but a battle to keep your championship hopes alive. Sam Mayer all over the back of Parker Kligerman. Kligerman left the door open in 3. Mayer wasn't able to fill it, Mark. Here he comes at 4.
This is where the front 3 tightened up last time by. If Kligerman can hold on until he gets in front of Doug Turnbull, that's where he seems to be fastest when he gets back out onto what is the oval. They're nose to tail now as they head toward turn 7.
He exited 5 wide, goes to the inside of turn 6, says Parker Kligerman. 1 car length lead. Let's see Sam Mayer breaking about the same time as him. Doesn't gain on him at turn number 7. Allmendinger car length behind them. Van Gisbergen is 4th.
Once again, out of the shade.
We did. We rocked them like 10 subs.
The sunlight of turn number 9.
Thank you, Kenneth.
I
appreciate you so much, my friend.
It grows to 2,
Thank
3,
you.
maybe 4 car lengths, but now heading into turn number 10. Here comes Mayer.
How hard will Mayer drive it into the chicane now? He can get to the bumper of Kligerman. He's there. Half a car length separate those as he works it out for turn 12. Now the lead grows for Kligerman, about 2.5 car lengths. Sam Mayer right there behind him, about 8 car lengths back, A.J. Allmendinger.
4 laps to go. Kligerman has to win
to go,
move
baby.
on in the playoff. Sam Mayer has to win. Something has to give as they get there into the chicane. Mayer almost taps the back bumper of Parker Kligerman across the stripe. Again, they dive into turn number 1.
How wide can Parker Kligerman make that bright orange and white machine as he arcs out of turn number 1? It's plenty wide. He'll hold that race lead about a car length over Sam Mayer. Mayer moving around the racetrack, Mark James, trying to find a way around.
Kligerman has the elbows out at the entrance to turn number 4. He holds the advantage by about a half a car length. Slips and slides just a little bit upon exit. Mayer can't keep pace, though. A.J. Allmendinger, the interested spectator, as they climb the hill on the turn number 5.
With 4 laps to go, Mayer knows he can't make his aggressive move too early because he could get caught again. He almost misses turn 6 and nearly hits Parker Kligerman. Now they're down the hill into 7, down into first gear, 35, maybe 25 miles an hour. Kligerman barely pulling that train ahead.
Parker Kligerman already,
Here we
of
go.
course, announced that he's
Let's go
stepping
boogity,
away
boogity,
from
boogie.
full-time racing next season, at the end of this season, in fact. So this is his last great shot at a championship. Off turn number 9, Parker Kligerman just 2 car lengths ahead of Sam Mayer. Mayer closes.
Mayer's right there on him,
Allmendinger is
too.
in the perfect spot. If these 2 guys get squirrely, he goes right to the front. He is right there behind. Now you've got 3 cars, half a car length separate all 3 of them. Here's Kligerman once again, car and a half maybe ahead of second place Sam Mayer through 13 and 14, headed to the front stretch.
There is only one way for Kligerman and Mayer to advance, and that's to win.
Let's
Mayer
go.
dives to the inside of Kligerman. He'll wrestle the lead away out of the chicane, but here comes
he gets
Kligerman
it.
back on the inside at the stripe by a half a
Kligerman
car
gets
length.
back.
It's Kligerman, 3 cars battling.
Wow,
It's
what
almost
a
like Parker was
run.
caught sleeping, and Mayer
That was
got
in the
alongside.
chicane,
Parker
too.
got up on the wheel and took the race lead back. Now Sam Mayer rides right on that
Kligerman
left
said,
rear quarter
"Nuh-uh,
panel.
not today, buddy."
Parker Kligerman holds him off, Mark James, into 3.
Throw the proverbial blanket over the 3, and now all of a sudden, SVG has come storming back. He's about a half a car length away from making this a 4-car battle. Parker Kligerman stretches it out to about 3 car lengths out at the exit of turn 5.
As good as it gets as they round Redneck Hill, down the hill into
Redneck
turn
Hill.
6. Parker Kligerman's gotten back
White
control
knuckle,
of this
boys,
race.
let's
Back in the lead
go,
by a car length.
says
now
Chad.
into 7. Kligerman takes a conservative line. Mayer outbreaks him. Allmendinger smokes his tires.
Allmendinger.
Right behind him.
Tenuous the advantage that's enjoyed by Parker Kligerman.
3 to go, 3 to go.
4 car lengths, and slow in the turn number 9 is Sam Mayer. He's lost his momentum. He may lose second to Allmendinger. Side by side, they race for second.
Now Mayer battles back. He'll hold on to that spot as he gets into the chicane, about a car length and a half off of Parker Kligerman, but that might be just enough for Kligerman now as he'll get a full separation, a good 25 cars from second, third, and fourth. Mayer,
Allmendinger and Mayer's fighting right now. They're back and forth.
With 2
SVG's
laps to
there
go,
too.
5 points above the cut line. Justin Allgaier, 5 points below. Below it, Shane Van Gisbergen in 4th. Parker Kligerman has to win to move on in the playoff, and right now has a 5-car length lead going into 1.
Boy, whatever
Can he
happened
hold
to
on?
Sam Mayer on the banking, it's gone away, and he's found some more speed in that number 1 Chevrolet. He's trying to track back down Parker Kligerman, but he's got to find 5 car lengths. He's being chased by Allmendinger and Van Gisbergen into 3.
This is where he's always closed over the last 3 laps, and he does it once again. He's pared it down to about 2 car lengths. Again, those 4 separated each by about 2 car lengths. Kligerman, though, gets off of turn number 4 in great shape, about a 5-car length advantage as he climbs the hill.
Got to be mistake-free, but one
Wow.
mistake can be being too
This is gonna go down the
conservative with
wire,
these
guys.
hungry thoroughbreds
It's
behind
anybody's
Parker
race
Kligerman.
still in
He
these
leads by 3 car
5.
lengths into turn 7. Babies
One
that big,
mistake
Spike Lights cooler machine.
and mess
there
it
through
up.
Turn 7. Sam Mayer still a couple of car lengths behind.
The bright orange and white Chevrolet of Parker Kligerman continues to set the pace with just a couple of laps remaining. Drops to the bottom of the racetrack between turns 8 and 9. Now drifts up to the outside wall off at turn number 9. He'll set up for the chicane in turn 10.
Parker Kligerman having the drive of his life. Into
He
turn 10,
is.
he goes back to the right in turn 11. Now turn 12, hammers the throttle.
2 to
drives
go,
it up
baby.
onto turn number 13.
2 to go.
Has got a good 15, 20 car lead over second place right now. Kligerman trying to get to that white flag and have an opportunity.
All Parker Kligerman has to do is hold a steady wheel for about 17 more laps. He will clinch his first career win, and he will advance in the playoffs across the start-finish line. Parker Kligerman leads by 7 car lengths.
Caution,
going back
caution
to
on the
Oh,
racetrack. Caution
right
is on the
here.
racetrack.
Yeah, guys, it's in turn number 3. Leland Honeyman Jr. has buried his car under the tire barriers, but Mark Doug, I believe Parker Kligerman might have took the white flag before the caution came out.
Parker Kligerman indeed took the white flag. He is going to win it. He picked a great time to win his first Xfinity Series race.
His car is underneath. He is buried in those tires.
He hits a walk-off homer in round 1 of the Xfinity Series playoff and has made the round of 8.
Didn't see that one coming when we rolled in
caution.
here today.
Did y'all see that one happening?
Rallying late,
I didn't
drove
see that
a
one
beautiful
coming.
race and made the race-winning move on the front stretch.
Parker
Gave up
Kligerman,
the lead to
what
Sam
a
Mayer,
race.
Then rallied back, got the lead back
Awesome
before they
stuff,
got to turn
guys.
1, then held off to secure his first ever win and a spot in the playoffs. Shane Van Gisbergen is the first one out. He is -5 below the cup line.
Man,
Doug, it's funny. I forgot to mention in the pre-race, and this I'm gospel truth, right? To maybe don't sleep on Parker Kligerman. 5 road course races coming into this race today, 5 top 10s. No, he didn't win, but he was always in the hunt, and guess what? Cashed in big time. He wins the Drive to the Cure Xfinity Series 250 cutoff race on the Roval.
It's 7
to
now.
show you how easy it is to file a claim with
TV,
Geico, we hired a soap opera star.
They added 3 more laps, so let's see what they do here. I think
had to file a claim.
they're talking, this is over for
possibly
sure.
get
So.
worse? Will my claims
Man, that
team
car,
leave
he's
me
climbing
for
out of
someone
the
else,
car.
Someone less intense.
No. Actually, when you file a claim with Geico, you get your own dedicated claims team who promises to stay with you throughout the process.
Oh, I've never known such loyalty. I can't wait for the second season.
Geico, great service without all the drama.
Teresa, you're always welcome here. I appreciate
on the
you coming
outside,
in.
but
Thank
engine
you for
components need our attention too.
Thank you so much.
That's where you can
Look
trust
forward to seeing you again here soon. We will be back
to
here
disperse carbon
NASCAR
buildup in
next
your engine
weekend,
fuel
as
system
well
to
as
keep your car
we
or
got
truck
coverage of
running at its
baseball,
peak.
the
By
championship
soaking
series.
into the metal of your engine, Z-Max
I'm
Micro
probably not going to be able to do
improves
football with all the
performance,
baseball stuff
extends
going on,
engine
but
life,
I may be
and
able to sneak
reduces
one in there.
emissions.
So
Trust
we're
the
going to be
many
real busy,
customers
so
who
stay
said,
tuned
"Thanks
for
saving
all
my
the
engine."
updates.
Find out
I'll
more
have
at zmax.com or follow us on Facebook
I'll try to have
and
all my
Twitter.
thumbnails dropped with the schedules
Folks,
Let me mute that.
Car is now saying Parker Kligerman did not get to the line, did not get the white flag before that yellow flag came out. Oh, my goodness. If he missed it, it's got to be an eyelash. My goodness.
We have overtime.
Look at this.
We've watched the replay here a couple of times, and it is a nanosecond, if that.
Absolutely,
if he beat it back to the start-finish line. And NASCAR still has the yellow flag out, so this race is not over. Parker Kligerman, sorry about that. You got to go back around a few more times.
Oh, my.
Wow.
I guess that teaches us not to jump the gun. What our eyeballs saw
That's
does
what I
not
was thinking,
match up,
because
I guess.
they bumped it
right
up.
Now, we want to tell you that our show today was brought to you by
It is a
Bass
game
Pro
changer.
Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Visit your local Bass Pro
He
Shop
was
store
like
or shop
2
online
car lengths
at
from the finish line
BassPro.com. Your
when
adventure
that came
starts
out.
here.
He was
We
right
owe our
there.
local affiliates a break.
They're
Here
showing
is.
it again.
This is
He was
PRN, the Performance
right
Racing
there.
Network.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah. Let's get a legit win.
where's
That's
his
right.
plate?
That car is buried in those tires. This is going to take a minute to clean up. They got to fix the tire barrier too. How he got his car underneath of them is unbelievable. They're showing it on TV now, but on the aerial footage, they're over it right now. So if you want to click on the aerial footage on NASCAR.com, you can see it with me. He buried his car into that. They got a tractor out there to try to, I guess, fix the barrier once they get the car out. Wow. It's not over till it's over, my friends. What a race. What a race here, guys. The saying is, it's not over till it's over.
On the Roval, Parker Kligerman, we presumed, had won the race. NASCAR reviewed the tape, and it had to be within a tenth of a second that he did not take the white flag, or that the yellow light did not come on, and so they're going to NASCAR overtime now.
Doug, the NASCAR starter, Caden Kreutzer, had the yellow and the white flag waving together. I mean, that's how close this thing was. So
they're right there, man.
Let's go down to Alan Cavana.
And I'm with Parker Kligerman's crew chief, Patrick Donna. You are right across from the flag stand. You couldn't have had a better look at it. What are you seeing? What did you say to NASCAR when they told you a different decision?
Well, I can state my side of it, and they can state theirs. There's send me snapshots from up top, and I mean, I thought I saw us underneath the white flag, and then we were by it, and they threw the yellow. But it is what it is. We've had a great day. We're in position to accomplish the goal and win a race and get on to the next round. Parker's done a heck of a job. The guys have done a great job here on pit road and prep and everything else. So Parker's ready to go. He said he's got this.
Let's go, Parker.
You just hit the highest of highs. How do you calm your driver back down, get him ready?
Well, he probably didn't get as excited as we did. So, yeah, it's a tough one.
It's tough. You can see it in their face, guys. They had it, and then it wasn't there.
And it's going to be a while here because they've still got to do the cleanup in turn 3 here to get this race restarted. As a matter of fact, they're bringing the field down back through the chicane right now.
Doug, let's look at this scenario. Kligerman first, Mayer second, Van Gisbergen fourth. Those 3 guys got to win this thing to move on. Right now, Van Gisbergen, despite having a great afternoon, scoring 13 stage points, all that kind of good stuff.
Can they get this thing cleaned up?
The cut line, Allgaier +5. He's got to win.
They will.
And so does Kligerman and Mayer. No telling what's going to happen. Nick Yeoman,
you know, I got to give these guys. I mean, you think it's like you see some of this stuff. It's like these wrecks.
It got plenty wild down in turn number 3 with the Leland Honeyman
They have to clean this up in a timely manner, real quick, to get it ready for a race. And it's just unbelievable.
And I thought, let's wait until the lights come on. And they threw the yellow, and of course, Parker Kligerman's crew not thrilled about that. As for the cleanup, they have finally gotten that number 42 machine wedged out from underneath the wall. Leland Honeyman Jr., he buried it deep into the turn 3 wall. They had to lift up the wall, got the car pulled back out, and now they've got a flatbed truck that I would assume they're going to load that car onto, or at least find a way to tow him back to the garage area. But yeah, there were a lot of safety crew members there, and it was a concerted effort to try to get not only the driver but that car.
USC and Penn State 23-23 in game of 4. Wow.
The white flag.
And I just got a score on Texas 24-3 in the fourth quarter, 11 to go.
There's the yellow light.
Some great college football games going on today, too, guys.
Light they're saying.
It might be a 1.5 feet.
My goodness. Wow. Game of inches. Let's go down to Brett McMillan.
Game of inches.
I'm sorry.
All right, so we're watching now. We'll wait. It's going to be another couple of laps. It looks like they have finally cleared most of the debris, and they have got the Leland Honeyman car out of turn 3, so that's the big key here. And then we'll have to restart this with Parker Kligerman and Sam Mayer, A.J. Allmendinger, Jesse Love. Shane Van Gisbergen is scored back in 5th now, so he dropped a position during all of that. That car, Mark, after they did not come in and take fresh tires and kept him out there, was never the same. And he got eaten up by Mayer and Kligerman.
This is crazy, guys. We're going into an overtime.
He scored 4th. Jesse Love, I think, Doug, was going down pit road and kind of got scored ahead of him there for a second. But
we'll have 3-lap overtime.
I think he's going to restart this thing in 4th as I look out there on the racetrack. And as we have it right now, of course, if Kligerman holds on, he advances. Okay, along with Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, plus 33 above the cut line right now, Austin Hill, plus 21, Cole Custer, plus 19, Jesse Love, plus 14, A.J. Allmendinger, plus 5 on the bubble, Justin Allgaier, minus 5. 1 spot below is Shane Van Gisbergen, minus 8, Sheldon Creed, he's out of the race. Sam Mayer, who is currently running in the 2nd spot, is minus 10 in the 11th spot, and minus 18, Riley Herbst. That car's all tore to pieces. He's not going to be able to obviously get above the cut line. So, again, Kligerman, Mayer, Van Gisbergen, they got to win it to get in.
They do.
Well, I mean, they know their jobs. They know where their assignments here, and we'll see if one of them's capable of getting up there and winning this race. I think they're all capable. A.J. Allmendinger is back there, and if A.J. Allmendinger could somehow rally, I don't think that pulls Shane Van Gisbergen. Well, it would. It would because they are behind him in points. So it would pull them. It would pull Shane Van Gisbergen up into the playoffs.
It might. It would. I'm not sure how all the math would work out. Allgaier in the 8th spot. It would be nice for him to pick up another spot or two to give himself a little bit of breathing space. But it looks like they're still working on the cleanup over there in turn number 3. So, again, as the sun begins to set, the racetrack now coming on to almost full shade, a little bit of ray of sunshine there on what is oval track, turn number 2, and just about midway
Well, the lights are on around the oval portion of the racetrack.
So it's just going to help out a little bit.
And they do have some lights as a result of a few years ago that put light down on the infield portion of this. So they're kind of prepared for that. As you can see over here, Mark, to our right down in what would be NASCAR 1 and 2, they do have lights to light up the race track. So darkness is not going to be a problem.
Yeah, the year that A.J. Allmendinger won in the rain and the storm and all that was going on, it was something right out of a Hollywood movie, right? You're racing through the dark and the shadows.
They just showed the replay. It looked like he had a blowout on his left front that caused him to run into that barrier.
The whole deal. There, on wet weather tires, something that hadn't been really done before. I thought all the drivers in that Xfinity Series race did a great job to survive that one.
All right, so we'll see how this plays out here. They've still got a lot of emergency equipment. Nick Yeoman, can you see down there into turn 3 right now?
Yeah, I can. They've removed the car. Car's been taken back to the garage area for Leland Honeyman, and now it's just about getting that wall placed correctly so that if in case we had another accident down there, that it could, the integrity of the wall could sustain.
All right, the lights are off the pace car, so we're getting close.
Safety vehicles. I think they're probably looking for any bits and pieces of race car that were left behind, but the majority of the cleanup is done, and now I see a couple of those safety trucks. Yeah, they are departing turn number 3 now, so it looks like we're getting close, and I can see the drivers kind of swerving back and forth up onto the banking at the choose cone, so I think we're really close to getting racing.
Lights off on the pace car, so we're ready to go next time by. So green, white, and then checkered. And you know the rules. If we get a flag before the white flag falls, then we start over again.
Boy, did we just find that rule out again. So Kligerman will choose the outside of row 1. To his inside, it'll be Sam Mayer. Allgaier inside of row 2, outside Shane Van Gisbergen. Austin Hill is going to be on the inside of row number 3. Pat, can you pick it up from there?
Yeah, let me look back here and see. Okay, so you got Kligerman up here with Sam Mayer. Then you got SVG on the outside, rather, with AJ there. Then there's the 21, Austin Hill is there. Chandler Smith right in there. Brandon Jones will start beside his teammate Justin Allgaier. Cole Custer is right there with Josh Bilicki as all of those cars enter into turn number 13 now. Lights are out on the pace car as everybody gets those tires ready to go. So we're almost ready for a restart here. Pace car edges these cars ever so closer to turn 14. Fans are on their feet. We're about to figure
We're fixing to have it, guys.
At the Roval in the Xfinity
Here we go.
Series.
Let's go
Here
boogity, boogity, boogity.
Restart.
Should have a
round
green.
1 cutoff race is going
Green,
to overtime.
white, and checkered.
Green, white, checkered flag. The first attempt is now coming your way. Kligerman, Sam Mayer leading the field into the Geico restart zone.
Ready to
Again,
go.
right behind them, teammates A.J. Allmendinger and Shane Van Gisbergen. So here they are. The green flag is back out as they cross the start-finish line. Mayer and Kligerman.
Let's go boogity, boogity, boogity.
Kligerman now with a slight advantage on the outside in turn 1.
But Mayer's going to drive it in deep. They'll stay off of each other at the exit of turn number 1. Kligerman's car got sideways into turn number 2. They'll stay side by side and bang doors as they go side by side again into turn number 3.
Still side by side at the exit of turn number 3. Battle for third is a side by side battle as well as A.J. Allmendinger and SVG continue to bang fenders. Meanwhile,
they're banging and going. Here we go, baby.
But that closes rapidly now at the crest of the hill.
Hard, clean racing into turn 6. Sam Mayer gives a little nudge to the leader, Parker Kligerman. Both have to win to advance in the playoffs. Now Mayer fans to the outside, diamonds the corner, cuts to the inside of Kligerman. They touch wheels. Mayer and Kligerman are neck and neck.
They're rubbing.
Where Parker Kligerman
shaking and baking, baby.
However, this time off of turn number 8, advantage Sam Mayer by a car length and a half. A lot of tire smoke on the left front of Parker Kligerman's machine, but he stays hard in the throttle.
How hard will Parker Kligerman charge into this chicane? It's all on the line. Kligerman trying to get around Sam Mayer, being pressured from the rear. SVG is there. A.J. Allmendinger is there. Here comes Sam Mayer halfway through 13 and 14. Sam Mayer driving for 15.
He drives in the inside.
Great lap there for Sam Mayer. He dives into into the chicane. A lot of tire smoke off Mayer. Almost locks it up. Makes the turn onto the front stretch. The battle is for second. Allmendinger gets around Kligerman, and now SVG passes him, but Mayer leads by 6 car lengths back to 1.
Yeah, Kligerman's going to tumble all the way back to 4th, and now the Kaulig drivers are going to have to get up on the wheel with just a lap to go to try to run down Sam Mayer. Mayer leads the field.
Mayer may win this, guys.
On the outside of row 1, overzealous at the start. Again, the exuberance of youth had to do the drive-through, but boy, he has come storming back with a vengeance. About a 10-car length advantage for Sam Mayer at the crest of the hill.
This is the last lap. The next flag will end this race. Sam Mayer's down the hill.
Victoria and Bluey, thank you for subscribing. Welcome, guys.
Turn 7, Baby's that number 1 machine. Into the lead there is A.J. Allmendinger, and SVG fight for second. Parker Kligerman started to fade.
Well, they started 1, 2, 3 at the beginning of this race, not in this order. Sam Mayer building on his advantage. It's now 20 car lengths off of turn number 9. Sam Mayer heads down the back straightaway.
Here comes Sam Mayer for the final time, perhaps today, into turn number 10. Makes the left-hander, now back to the right in 11. Now through 12, hammers the throttle, up on 13. Now climbs the banking. Sam Mayer trying to be the one and drive the one to victory lane today.
Sam Mayer home free. Victories don't come any bigger than this. It could be his second victory of 2024, and indeed it looks like it will be. He safely makes his way through the front straightaway chicane, and Sam Mayer is going to win for the second time in 2024, the seventh time in his career. And Sam Mayer, like his teammate a week ago, Sammy Smith, had to win to move on to
Sam
the second
Mayer
round of the playoff,
is your winner.
and indeed has done that, winning on the Roval here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
How about that? What a race, what an outcome, overtime.
You know exactly how it fades out because it changed on the very last lap, and it looks like the last car to get on points is going to be Jesse Love. He is +2. Shane Van Gisbergen unofficially.
Absolutely, Teresa. We'll see you guys again soon.
The cut line in the 9th place, -2 points. So narrowly misses the playoffs here, and then Sam Mayer comes back after it looked like for a while that Parker Kligerman had the win.
Guys, I misspoke in all the excitement. Third win for Sam Mayer this year.
Third
win
win.
in Texas and Iowa. Man, big win.
What a race. That is right.
What are you thinking if you're Parker Kligerman? What are you thinking if you're Parker Kligerman? 1 foot away.
Yeah, from a W.
1 foot. That was crazy.
I'll tell you, the folks watched the heck of a race here today.
Wow.
That was right. That was a heck of a race today. Heck of a race today, ladies and gentlemen. And Sam Mayer is your winner today. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Kenneth. Great to have you guys today. Thank you for subscribing, dropping those likes. We got baseball championship series coming up. We got Mets, Dodgers here tomorrow night. Football. Don't forget, guys, a lot of football. We have a football video. So check out the picks video tomorrow. Let's see who wins tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping in. Be sure, guys, drop these likes on any of the videos and streams, and we'll see you guys here again soon. I have to take off early. Normally I catch the end of the race here. I've got to go install a hot water heater. My brother needs a new hot water heater. I told him earlier I'm going to go put it in, so I'm going to drop off here and go install his new hot water heater for his home tonight so he can have hot water. So Dodgers Dodge. All righty, let's go. All right, guys. Thank you again. I love each and every one of you. Y'all have a great weekend. If I don't see you again here tomorrow night, great week, and we'll see you guys again soon.